Hello, and welcome to Shadowrun Returns. How is everyone? Let's just get right back into the game. I don't really have much to say. So I just want to sorry for no stream on Tuesday. I got called into work, and that's just life. And because I'm really behind on Twitter, like I have been, I didn't have any announcement for it. Which, again, my fault. I apologize. I did just want to check something with this one. Unarmed is a thing. Alright. We need to start putting stuff in unarmed. We'll probably hold off with this and slowly wait, because we gotta do two things, which is a bit of a pain, but you know, whatever. Instantly into combat, alright. That's what we like. Let's get him behind some cover. Is any cover? Let's just put her behind the door so she can't really be targeted. Glory can't do much, so let's put her here. Right into the tactical combat. Ooh, no. Alright, okay. I don't have a grenade, but it's not enough chances is the big issue. Wow, missed that. Alright, that's a passive I have. Manifest. Let's go with this one. Let's get rid of this guy, see if we can do that. Cool. I think that's just on me. That's what we like to see. Then we can go deal with this. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. I'm taking on a lot of damage. Glory, let's get that healed up. Cool. And then we'll go with... God. We need to switch guns, because we're in close combat. Glory can end this person. And make her way into here. Wow, they're still targeting me, dear God. What the hell did I do? We gotta start, packing, healing items. We got trauma kits, that's good. I don't think we're anywhere close to a guy, no. Let's just get into cover. Let's walk around here. Get a sniper rifle. Okay, Glory, just do your thing. Still have heal. Let's just end turn. That fight messed us up pretty badly. When strings out. I just gotta use my normal fist. Yeah, I'm pretty sure me and Glory can take this person down. I didn't just miss. Wow, this guy is what the hell? Why is this guy so good? Like, what the hell? This is some XCOM style missing here right now. How that we are very, very much not doing so hot. With the whole health situation here on like half our team. Let's just see. We just need one more hit. Cool. How's Dust looking? I'm pretty sure we're beaten up. Yeah, 19 out of 50. Ow. Ow. Auto terminal. Search guest registry by name, current guest registry by room number, admin service. Press for room 1. Cancel. Alright, walk away. Who are we actually here for? Green Winters. Cool, yeah. Green Winters. Currently staying in room on floor 4 in room 405. 405, yeah. Reattached row. Guy in master suit on 4 asks his room code to be changed again. Paranoid son of a bitch. Anyways, dude's been renting out one of the biggest rooms for months, so I guess I can't complain too much. New code is 1989. That's a date. 408. Cancel. Wait, what was mission items? Yeah, room 5. Oh, 50. 405. Green Winters. Okay, cool. Let's just explore this area a bit. Oh, we got something we can pick up here. Maintenance key fob. Sure. Anyway, yeah. On weekend we are doing a different game than normal. We're not doing Ulteriorizer, we are doing, I forget what it's called, but I can actually get up to stare out the darkness for a bit. We will be doing Hell Sign, which is a, interesting little game. It gives me big Hunter the Reckoning. No, not Hunter the Reckoning. Hunter the Vigil vibes, which I'll explain more in the game itself. 4th floor. Actually, we never did go to the penthouse suite. Let's check it out. Okay, this door's open. What a surprise, this toilet, it's usually open. That's a fancy toilet. That's not, is that a shower? Wow, having a penthouse suite, but you're like, okay, cool, we got an interface. Do we know which number the room this is? God. Sorry, this security panel shows this door is double mag-locked. It's easier to tongue through a wall than it would to break through this thing. Also, when I play Shadowrun Returns and this game, I'm going with builds of characters I've never played before. But I'm gonna try and keep everyone of my team alive. Oh yeah, we can now get into rooms that we have codes for, because we can just go down there and check it out. Actually, let's go see. Let's actually go do that. We need to do that room by room. So I'm not... hotel, let's go see. Okay, any rooms on here that we can't get into due to a magnetic lock? Oh yeah, we can now get into maintenance, which is fun. Ooh, inspect. We got some new yen. We'll take that. Don't think there's anything I can get into from here. Yeah, I busted through the door. Cool, nothing down here. Nice. Shadowrun is a really fun tabletop. I forgot how much I like it. Like, it's... What did I say it's one of my favourites? I haven't played it enough to say that. Whoops, went to the wrong floor. But damn, it's a very fun game. Which I am currently playing. I got a... Okay, cool. We got through there. Okay, something over here. Cool, pick up. Cram, which is a type of drug. Type of future drug. It's one of those. I do not remember much about it other than that. Cool, let's go to the 4th floor now. Wait, what? Did we not check in this fridge? No on his floors as Christopher. See you next week, Steve. Oh, that's someone's pet. But he ate him, so... That's depressing. I didn't want to kill someone's pet. Okay, so 401 we can do it too. And I assume 405 as well, because we got 405s. Yeah. Okay, so 401. Let's go check out what 401's number is. Let's just go down the lift. Keep 401. 401. Enter. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We can't. Okay, cool. We can't find out for that. Never mind. Let's go to the penthouse suite before though. Let's go to the top floor. Is there anything that we can actually do up here? That's locked. Yeah, no, there's nothing that we could do up here, was there? I've got a very short memory, dear God. Yeah, nothing. Alright, let's go back down. While we do that, can I see the inventory? Okay, she has two. Okay, I can't use them. Oh, I can. Let's do it on dust. Confirm. Cool. That's what we need. We're gonna have Glory be our backup medic. Is it gonna take a scary amount of new yen? Yes. Yes, it is gonna take a amount of new yen, which I do not dream of thinking about, but it's gonna take a little bit to patch us up. Annoyingly so. 1989. I like a little flashing of green when you get a code right. Okay, nothing in here. But a man with some virtual reality goggles and a smoking head. The scene is eerily familiar. The dead man is still jacked into the smouldering computer, his face contorted in a mask of pain, blue smoke spilling out from his data jack, like Monica. And there's something else. The man's outline is wrong. It takes a moment for you to realize, to sink in. His back has been bent at an impossible angle. Jesus. Looks like he convulsed hard enough to break his own spine. Is that even possible? Glory gestures to a twisted form on the carpet. You tell me. Iga kneels beside the corpse, bending into Pierrette's face. Matches the description Altar gave us. It's green winters. She straightens, glances over at her body before returning her attention to you. This is what happened to Monica? I suspect it would have. We jacked her out in time to prevent it. Hell of a way to go. We're not going to be mean to Iga. Like, Iga's just lost a close friend. I mean, like, yeah, you think you could have saved her? That's rude. Too bad you didn't have a buddy to jack him out. He would have been just fine, right, Iga? Hell of a way to go. Yeah, I'm getting that. Iga takes another glance at a broken corpse, and you can see uncertainty grow in her eyes. I've seen biofeedback deaths before. Never anything like this. Kneeling to extract the body, you find smears of blood on the carpet under Winter's right arms. Moving an arm aside, you find a number written across the floor. 91612. You use your PDA to take a hollow chip of the number and the body and step away. For this to check out. Hanging on the wall is a large, gaudy frame painting. An unimaginative still life of a kitchen object sitting on the table. Move the painting away. Nothing's here. Huh. I don't know why we're just suddenly ripping paintings off the walls. Hanging on the wall is a large, godly painting, an expressionist landscape, inexpertly rendered in spotches of cheap acrylic. A name plate hangs on the frame, reads Hayes Mountains 2011. Move painting aside. Alright, was the code actually. What was the code that we got? It was 19 mysterious number 916112. Okay, 916112. Which I'm pretty sure is too many numbers for this. It is correct. Nice. Inside, you find a bunch of old, well-worn media discs. The words "Watch Me" have been hastily written on the back of the topmost disc. Inspect the discs. The discs are labelled "Watch Me." The looks almost new, but others are clearly much older. And many more are badly scratched. The last two discs are in bundles stuck together, and you try and pry them apart. The readable surface of the bottom disc peels away. Take the discs. As soon as you have finished with the safe, a near vid phone begins to ring. Which is like a video chat. Hey there, Chief, don't hang up. I've got a proposition for you. Who are you and how did you know I was in this room? The camera's in the corner of the room. Glancing up, you notice a pair of security cameras. They're tiny things. Their casings coloured to blend in with the dingy wallpaper. Easy to miss if you didn't know you were looking for them. Wave hi, I'm on the other side of them. You probably noticed this building is under new management, right? And judging by the fresh corpses that seem strewn all over the hotel, I'm guessing you don't like the new guys better than I do. Well, I'd like to make you an offer. You could help me cover my escape. I'll get you into a secure vault at the top of the floor, belonging to the leader of the gang that used to run this place. Trust me, it's still secure. I set up the security protocols myself. The last Decker they brought in to crack it came back on a stretcher. They haven't found too many volunteers since. You're a Decker then. Deckers are hackers. Like, yeah, the name rings a bell. That's an understatement, chum. More accurate to say that I am the Decker. In these parts, at least. My name handle in Matrix is Blitz. Maybe you've heard of me? Afraid not. It's okay. I run pretty rare field circles. Tell me about the gang that runs the hotel. And I have etiquette gang. I have etiquette Shadowrunners, which I always just make sense for both Shadowrun Returns and Shadowrun Dragonfall. Not so much Shadowrun Hong Kong, because you don't start as a Shadowrunner, but I feel like if you start as a Shadowrunner, you should probably have Shadowrunner as your etiquette, because you're a Shadowrunner. They call themselves Scraps Hazen, and they pretty much run Danganronpa until a few days ago. They weren't a pleasant bunch, but they're better than the jackasses that we got here now. What's the deal with the new gang? They're terrible people, real bad guys, all of them. Look, I don't mean to rush you, but can we discuss all of this later? You know, after we get out of a building full of murderous thugs. Why are you in a hotel, and how do you access the security system? I was in a hotel when it got taken over, and the new gang decided to keep me on staff. I guess you could call it. They put me in charge of the Matrix security. I just realized something. Hang on. Did I mess up again? Properties. No, I did not. Cool. I was wondering if I accidentally had the Steam overlay on. Which I don't, luckily. Which is a mistake I've made before in the past. Oh, hey there. Hey there, Doga for free. How are you? I'm sorry, Dindo's there. How are you doing? Too busy reading these things. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing good myself. Just got up bright and early today, and I just realised where the chat overlay is. It's directly on where the chat stuff happens in this game. Well, I might move that later. It's too much. Given so, I'm glad you're good. I may be one of the highest deckers in Berlin, but a bullet in my head will just kill me as dead as anyone else. Given the circumstances, I don't see how I could refuse. Well, in Shadowrun, there's many ways to survive a bullet to the head, but you know, let's get back to business. What's with the vault? Gear, money, you know, lots of good stuff. I'm gonna need more specific examples if you want me to help you. Look, buddy, I just set up the Matrix security for the thing. The old boss didn't let me set foot in the vault. He was a little paranoid, you know. But he admitted he wanted me to rig up some really killer IC. So there must be something of the vault in there. I am playing a physical adept, not a shaman. I don't think I have that high charisma. I think I have like just for the standard 3. So how about it? You want to crack out the vault or not? Yeah. Where do I meet you? Room 505 on the penthouse floor. Come rendezvous with me there, and I'll take you to the vault. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. My main guy, Dust. I'll show her in here. It's not that strong. Well, not that physically able. We got flanked a lot in the previous combat, so we're pretty bloodied. But I will say, the difference between Shaman in this game and actual tabletop interests me, because like if this was actual tabletop, well, there would be a difference in how you build a shaman and a wizard. Mainly charisma instead of logic, which I think they got rid of logic. Ooh, whoops! No. Oh god, sorry, I almost closed OBS there by mistake. Because it's right on my other monitor. I don't want to hear this. Is logic even a stat? No, logic is not a stat in this. It would mainly be the difference between logic, which is like under intelligence, and charisma, which is fine, but it's just different. Like the differences makes different builds, and in Shadowrun Returns at least a lot more distinct from each other. Hey Blitz. I know you'd come. I've always been a good judge of character. Since we're meeting in person, I'll formally introduce myself. He nods his head in a salute. Blitz, Decker Extraordinaire, at your service. Dust. The vault is around the corner. Once we get there, I can unlock... I've talked about it, I haven't played it fully. Though I do plan... There's only one of the games that... Like, this is my first time playing through Dragonfall, at least, fully. But I do know the start of Hong Kong, like, the rough, like, setup of Hong Kong. Not anything more about the story. I haven't played it, though. Though I do know when I do get around to it and play it on stream, I'm probably going to be a Rigger Decker. That good old combination. The Vault... Yes, I have done Shadowrun Returns. So it's not on my Twitch channel anymore, it's on the YouTube channel, fully complete. In that game I played a wizard called Wildfire, and judging by the name, she used a lot of fire spells. Very useful against bugs. Stupid insect spirits, no big deals with those guys. The vault is just around the corner. Once we get there, you can unlock it with a few clicks on the keypad. Blitz offers you something between a smile and a smirk. Built myself a back door when I wrote the security system. Never hurts to be careful. Sounds good, let's go. I really like Deckers. They are my favourite thing. Most of my characters in the tabletop have been Deckers. When I play Shadowrun with a group of people. Ooh, this is fancy. I've never played... haven't played a Technomancer, but I've played Deckers. Which is weird, Technomancers aren't a thing in Shadowrun Returns, or any of the Shadowrun games. But I guess they would be too difficult to implement, as they are very weird. Because the only way I could see them doing Technomancers... I'm more a rig myself. Riggers are very cool. Like I had one Decker which was a mix between like a Decker and Street Slam on the tabletop, and then another one which was a Decker mixed with a Rigger. They were very fun. Riggers are great. The only way I could see them doing, like if they did do Technomancers in this game, is this would bloat the stats out, but having Logic here, and have Logic be the charisma like version of intelligence, where you would gain like sprite summons instead of spirit summons. Does it? I would need to look at that, because I think Technomancers are really cool, and if it does have like a Technomancer class, I'd play that. Oh! Damn, alright. Okay, let's get everyone into positions. Okay, line of sight. That's what we need. Dust is a bit injured right now, but I want to be in cover. I'm gonna be. Let's get around here. Let's see if we can take out this guy. Manifest. Cool. Dervish can run over here. Not Dervish. Dervish is a. Oh wow, that took Daedrix both his turns? God, okay, so let's get Gloria in here. Kill him, then have her run down here. That's fine. She can draw aggro. Blitz, get down here, and then... What abilities do you have? You have aim, nice. Cool. Mark target. Ah, damn. Flanked. Let's go back to Eager. Sniper rifles. Fun. Let's get around here. Just... Dietrich, let's get a heal onto my guy. So he's not totally injured. And then just... Again, just cut it off. Cool. Yeah, I'll have to look at those with Technomancer, because Technomancers are weird. Like, in the tabletop, they are very similar to magicians, but deal with tech stuff, but they're not It's weird. It's very weird. Though I have No, I played a Decker in the tabletop. I'm currently playing a wizard in the tabletop game that I'm playing in. Though, they are very different to this current boy here. Alright, here we go. Tip tap tap. Done. Have done a bit of 4th edition. Yeah, well, I'm currently playing in a 4th. Well, the game I'm currently playing in is a 4th edition game. Done. Wait, when did that thing get installed? Take cover. Yes, we are. Oh, flip. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I'm getting back. Okay, Is there any, like, decking ports in there? Let's heal that, because that's a lot of health we just lost. I'll get her here so we can actually see a bit of what's going on. I don't know why I'm going to put Blitz right now. Whoops, no, I accidentally moved myself there. That's my mistake. I'm just going to end turn. Okay, cool. That drone's the only one really paying attention. Ah, there's a handprint thing there, so that's can Glory deal with this? Interact, let's see. Ah, we need drone control, damn it. Actually, no, we have enough turn points to get Blitz there. Yeah, no, it is a 4th edition. I like... Wait, you don't have drone control free? That's an issue. I'm an idiot there. Whoops, let's just enter. We're just gonna enter and hope. There's a side... Where did the ore come from? Alright, let's see if we can get Blitz into here, see if there's anything in here which you can do with. No, that's just a bedroom, cool. Let's just keep punching the guy. Glory can imply medkit at least. Dietrich, can you summon? There never is a milk run. This spirit can... Oh my god, 3 damage. Have a random sneaky orc, yeah. I need to get Eager in. Okay, cool. Ooh. These stupid drones. I love drones. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm doing this to you. Should have punched the orc, retrospectively. Who is really injured? Eager is. Let's try and take out the turret. Glory. Carve up this orc. I said carve up this orc. My latest campaign I did was much fun when I had modified drones, no weapons. Huh. I never thought about a weaponless drone before. I'm gonna be honest. I only had speed and tons of armor. What did you do with that drone? I'm ramming speed. Oh my god. Currently, yeah, I am... Let's put this on. She needs this. Gets dodge too. And, I'm currently playing a punkish black mage, which is very fun. Ow! Flip. Ow, okay. You do not have heal off, so we're gonna run you around here. God, medkits are gonna be at an expense. Four damage, great. Let's switch to shotgun. Wow, this orc can take a lot. I'll take the 15% chance. I'm current. Oh my god, 3 damage. Can't target up. Drone. Come on, miss. Drone control would have come in really handy. Let's carry on shooting this. God, why is it critting so? Why is everything critting? What curse has been laid upon me? Just throw a thing of that. god, ego. Whew. And everyone got last bit healed. Last bit healed. You know, I'm currently playing a punkish black mage, which is very fun. And that is a drone. Hello, buddy. Yeah, we're taking the drone. What? Yeah, hang on, let me actually look at what our deck of skills are. He does have drone control. He just doesn't have drone control free. Well then. What does this do? Tranquilizer reduces MD. Send item stash, confirm. Open safe. Is that everything? Oh, we gotta pick this up. Let's pick up this up first. Drug formula, and we're gonna go here. I'm gonna go pick up. Let's see what we get. A bunch of new yen, we'll take that. And we'll just send the items to stash. Gained 1 karma. Is that all they had in here? Drek. I mean, yeah. I mean, they had a cool drone, I guess. But for that amount of security, ugh. Wait, there is never a milk run. And that's a depressing fact. I did just realize I did called Daedric Dervish, which is a reference to the... Which is my brain... we will go to Dragonfall. Which is weirdly... If you haven't seen it and you're a fan of Shadowrun, Shadowrun Storytime. I'll give like a warning that it was written on 4chan, so, you know... Not the most PC way of storytelling, but it is a very good story of Shadowrun and the Shadowrun campaign. And I don't want to spoil anything, but very good, very fun. And hey, thanks for the assist. Can't tell you I'm happy to leave this place behind. No problem. No, I'm not a decker. Viz nods to you, then it probably changes the subject. Say, you wouldn't happen to need an overhot decker, would you? Because I suddenly find myself unemployed. I need a decker, but as it happens, we could use a decker. Yes. Excellent, fantastic. Promise you won't regret it. Blitz has joined your team. I am very much questioning what main team setup is. I'm thinking it's going to be Eager, Blitz, Dietrich, and my character, and Dust. Because having 2 melee combatants, but like, I'm going to have to buy a bunch of health items and just have those on stock. Your team makes its way back to the nearest U-Bahn station. 20 minutes later, you're on the return trip to Kazuba. Also, I can't speak German, so this is going to be a mess, just straight up. Kazuban, leaving the 5th dung kept far behind. The image of Green Winter's twisted corpse continues to linger in your mind. Lift 1 disc that you pulled out of Winter safe to the light. Reflections dance on the surface. With luck, you'll soon have answers. Kurzarbeit. God. Kurzarbeit. Ah, my dyslexia screwed me up even more. With luck, you'll soon have answers that you're looking for. Does my character even know what discs are? Don't worry. It's I will take that as like, I don't mind people helping me with my pronunciations. Okay, cool. Let's click on this. Eager, sniper special where you can sniper increasing accuracy by 1 shot, costs 2 AP. That is not that great because it costs 2 AP. You gain shotgun ability that imbalances the target, making it easier to hit on subsequent attacks. That is just better. Because that costs 2 AP, which is for full round. But does give increased accuracy. So it's either I don't have accuracy for a round, or I don't shoot for a round, but I gain more accuracy, or I make it everyone, or like it's easier to make a double attack. And with how small maps are, I think shotguns are going to be more useful. Gain scatter, short scatter. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. Blitz. What does Blitz have? I want to make Blitz a good decker. Upgrades into lots more increases accuracy. I mean, all his decking ability seems to come here. I'm just looking at like everything. We'll just go with the piercing stuff right now because that's like. Oh wait, it's level 2. He doesn't have any upgrades. Gain firepower. We're gonna go with Razor Claws. And Meltdown, or we're gonna go with Meltdown. Cool. Oh yeah, we can see that stats. Gained at level 2. They gained a lot, man. You gain nothing, because I think you start at level 2. Let's... Does this person have anything to say to me? Voltro purrs about his artificial joints, complaining loudly. He seems heavier than when you first met him. He takes an approach to reasonably says himself. I understand they put you in charge of Monica's outfit. Word travels fast around here. Hell, an old man farts and the kid tosses a complaint about it. You need something from me? Nope, didn't mean to bother you. How are people handling the loss of Monica? I think they're still in shock, but just you wait. They'll pass, and then the panic sets in. Few folks have any real disposition around here. Monica kept them calm by keeping them safe. Now that she's gone, they're gonna start realizing the heap of misery this blasted city can be. And what about you? How are you feeling? Exhausted by the prospect of change. Damn F state. Really doesn't matter to me. But the rest, it's gonna be a different story. Monica kept this place in one piece. She read flux like a bird reads the winds or a fish reads the current. Well, there's no telling what's gonna happen. Anything else you want to draw about? Nope, didn't mean to bother you. Let's have a look around and see if there's any more conversations. Why is there a basement? Alright. The girl with the chip in her head stands with her eyes closed, rocking back and forth. She looks so frail that the light breeze might knock her over, but somehow stays on her feet. Whether by coincidence or some kind of preternatural junkie awareness, she opens her eyes when you come near. I know you. Maybe by face, if not by name. I'm Dust. By face, by name, by cry, or by song. Simi Kim is what most people call me. They think I don't know why, but I do. Monica explained. So what have you been up to? The girl absently fingers the chip jack in her temple. Oh, got my model. I wanted to escape with the children and the captain. We had to get away from the soldiers, out of Austria. But it was all wrong. All wrong. It was. I was taking them over the mountains, but it was the wrong way. I knew it was. I would have taken us straight into Germany, not Switzerland. We could have taken a train, gone to Italy. That would have been safe. I didn't want to end it badly, so I turned it off. Zach told me something new. In it, I feel strong. I have a son. He's destined to save the world. I have to protect him because the machines have come back to kill him before he becomes a man. I won't let this happen, because in there, I am strong. Okay, that's a real dark way to reference movie media. Though Kim's words are bold, her trembling voice and body betrays someone aching for a fix. How do you feel about Monica's death? Kim hugs her arms closely to her body. Sad. She never had to have a family. Forcefully, yeah. BTL. Strangely, it's a concept in Shadowrun which freaks me out the most. Like, all the stuff around BTL, Benroku dolls, personality chips. Ugh. Freaks me the hell out. Sad. She never got to have a family. She'll never be married. Never be a mother. Seems she was the whole mother of the whole Kurt's Bazaar. Bizarre, yeah. Kim nods her head almost dumbly, her eyes unfocused on the ground. Monica said her mother is always a mother. Always. She hugs herself tight and says blankly at the ground, I'll catch up with you another time. Let's go to the basement. This might be a mistake. Okay, it's an underground bar, literally. Let's just have a little poke around. Nothing here. Detail. Yeah. I love, like, it freaks me out in, like, a good way the media is meant to freak you out. I'm like, it's... A young woman stands in the bar, smoking a cigarette. You've seen her face before. Lucky Strike, one of the mercenaries from Monkman's Files. A plume of grey smoke pills from the corner of her mouth and she turns her attention to you. Hey, the distinctive circuit pattern tattoo on her face shimmers and pulses with light. You need something? I don't believe we've met. I'm Dust. I'm gonna be honest, I randomly generated my Shadowrun name for this dwarf. Don't know how he got his name. Oh yeah, I know you. I know who you are. She takes a drag on a cigarette. How are you holding up, champ? I heard what happened to your boss. She wasn't just my boss. She was a friend. She smirks and lets the smoke escape from the corner of her mouth. Well, yeah, well, sorry for your loss and all that. A lot of people are still torn up about it. So you need something, or are you just gonna stand there staring? Why do you bring Monica up? Did you know her? I met her a couple of times. Seemed nice enough. She takes another drag on a cigarette. But I mostly knew her by reputation. You can't live in the Kurtz without hearing about the queen of the Kurtz. Bizarre. She paused, then slowly let the smoke escape through her nostrils. Can't say I was a fan. I'm just reading through. Whoa there, Monica didn't control. I mean, that wasn't really implying she controls it, but that's your prerogative. But then you didn't really know her. That's true, but I have eyes, and I can see what's been happening in the Kurtz Cabana since she got geeked. Whole place is falling apart, isn't it? Why do you think that is? Monica helped a lot of people. Now that she's gone, she can't anymore. Simple. My guess would be that the variety of factors that are to blame, but it sounds like you're going to blame all of it on Monica. That is the best response for this, because, like, yeah, well, Monica's gone. These people still had problems which was outside of Monica's control. Monica was just helping. She smirks at you. Ooh, touché. Alright, then let's assume that there are a bunch of different things going on. That doesn't change the fact that the illustrating for Shufa made herself into the leader they're here. And guess what? In an anarchist system, there isn't supposed to be any leaders. Lucky Strike taps out her cigarette and leans forward to you, and a predatory grin on your face. You and your friends, you followed Monica too, right? Obeyed her orders without question, right? Not without question, there were debates. Probably. To be fair, if playing any tabletop games got me, you'll argue about the plan for 2 hours before actually doing it. Not without any questions, there were debates. And at the end of the debates, Monica would put her foot down and you'd wind up doing what she said, right? She smokes at you. Don't bother answering, it's a rhetorical question. For such rabid anarchists, your friend seemed awfully comfortable being in power. The best way to strength test your current plan is by arguing during the plan. Best thing. For such rebels anarchists, your friend seemed awfully comfortable being in power. Kind of a contradiction in terms, don't you think? I'm just reading through. Fair point, but you're not going to change my opinion on Monica. Yeah, that's true. I wasn't trying to. Remarkable thing about living in a free society. You're allowed to have different opinions. She shrugs. Don't take it personally. I'm sure you'd have liked my... I'm sure you wouldn't like my friends either. One last thing, Dust. I can't stop you from stepping into Frosh's shoes. You're already doing it. Making all the same moves that she did. A word of advice: don't take too much on it, too much on yourself. Spread around responsibility. Good of you to care. That's actually good advice. She turns away. I don't. But in a place like this, staking up too much power for anyone is dangerous. Not just for the person, but for everyone. The last thing I need is for you to eat a bullet and this whole place fall apart again. That was a very interesting conversation. Though her whole I don't care about other people's attitude, well, doesn't help the situation really. Because people need help, but if you're not willing to help, then one person's going to help and they're going to build up a reputation for helping. Also, we should probably buy some armor. I don't know, how much Nuyen do I have? Well, I have 10 karma, dear god. That's actually... Hang on, we need to spend some of this karma. We need to go to strength so we can up our unarmed damage a bit. Oh, we gotta go into close combat. Get our unarmed up. Yeah, I've seen him. I need to buy... I just didn't have enough for all the adept abilities. That's pretty good. Forces type. That's really good. Gonna eventually build that up. We're gonna get that to 4, then we need to get this by this. We are going to the talisman right now because there's people. Oh, that's a new person to talk to, which we will. But let's go down here because we're gonna have to. We might buy the wizard's armor because it might give us a bonus. Is he around? Yes, he is. I'm selling. Show me inventory. All right. Chi casting, stride. Yeah, we got. That is a lot of money. Outfits. I mean, we can get the outfit. Apprentice outfit provides wisdom and charisma. Fair enough. That's useful to a degree for us. And gives us armor, which is useful, and we need this. That'll be most of our Nuyen, but does increase our movement. So not the worst thing. There probably is an adept outfit out there. I just haven't found a trader which sells it to us yet, but it's fine. We can make enough Nuyen eventually. And because I'm not going into cybernetics, my money's not going to be stripped away from that. She tips an invisible hat. Hey there, remember me from the cafe? Name's Kami. Are you looking for something? Well, who are you for one thing? I'm all tags ears and hands outside the cafe. Call me Kami. I wear a couple of hats, a barista, a golfer. Keep my eyes and ears open. Let's just say I get on in trading stories. So I can count on you to hear what's going on. Like I said, only if you got something juicy for me, or if old Tog wants me to tell you something. But that's rare. I may be his eyes and ears, but that's not enough. But he's got enough of a voice all by himself. So what's the story between you two? She grins and winks back. My brain's just blanking on this word. Sorry, at you. Oh sure. Oh, I'm sure you've guessed. You're not serious. She laughs. I can't pull a fast one on you, can I? Well, I'll tell you the real story sometime. How about that? Right now, I thought I have some errands to run. Come over sometime sometime, and we can chat over hookah or something. Yeah? She lazy tips a visible hat at you before turning her focus onto the collar on my wrist. Cool. Then let's go back. Actually, I do love that all the motorcycles we see are just cyberpunk style. I get it, it's a cyberpunk setting, but it's just funny to me. They just look really because there are a lot of different types of models and bikes, and I'm sure you're aware of, but it's just they all do look they don't look that similar. Blitz looks up at you as you approach. The tail beside him is littered with cigarette butts and data jack cables dangling from a portable terminal set up by his side. Hey, Chief, you need something? Just checking in, you doing alright? He smiles widens. Great, Chief, I'm doing just great. It's real nice to be able to wind down and relax for a change. No more worrying about this ganger or that ganger sneaking behind me and slipping a knife between my ribs. He slaps the table with a grin. It's a good change, Chief, I've got to say. Good name for... Glad to hear it. We're happy to have you on the team. Of course you are. He justice to himself with a flourish. What's not to be happy about? Any thoughts on the last run you'd like to share? Okay, that wasn't really a run. He was there for like an optional part of it. Well, Chief, I wasn't really around for most of it, but you got me out of the hotel, and for that, you got my eternal thanks. Now that you settled in, I've got some questions for you. Blitz turns a wistfully back to the terminal on the table and turns back with a sigh of resignation. I suppose. But try to keep it short, okay, Chief? I've got things to do. How long were you in Dragonkept? I ended up there after the anarchist result of 3-9. I was the kid back then, too young to realize how good I was, how much money I could have made working in the shadows. He shakes his head, a wistful expression on his face. And so, being young and dumb, I fell in with gang crowd. And that was that. Will you remember our drug gang? Why should I trust you? You wouldn't. Why wouldn't you, Chief? I mean, just look at me. He smiles his best, giving you his way. He tries his best to give you a winning smile. I'm a trustworthy guy. Prove it. Tell me about a gang you worked in. Well, I don't know all that much, Chief. I wasn't a member of a gang's leadership or anything. I'm not really sure why you care either. Consider it a test. I just want to know where your loyalties lie. He rolls his eyes. So that's what you take to trust me fine. And think for you, Chief. Well, where to begin? When I first arrived in Dogcross, I spent some time thinking the lay of the land. The Swatter and Herons were a pretty small gang, strictly street level, but I could see them. They were going places. I did a little pro bono decking for their leader, a little fat dwarf named Ditter. Soon enough, I was part of the family. For a drug gang, the Swatter Hansa were decent enough folks. I made a lot of money with them. Helped them take the hotel in the first place. Made a lot of good years. The Dieter was killed in a firefight, and our happy little family fell apart. I'm sorry to hear that. He holds off his hand. Save your sympathies. Dieter didn't mean to drag to me. He and the rest of his gang with a convenient revenue stream. Consider that war went down. I wish I'd never met the little bull. After Dia kicked the bucket, his second in command took over. She was a real piece of work. Called herself Leon Loster. She had a vicious streak, a mile long, and she was not in front of me. Can't imagine why not. I know what's not to like. Maybe she felt threatened by my friendship with Dia back before he had that bullet, or maybe she was just jealous of my rugged good looks. Who the hell knows? What charisma is he? I need to look at what Blitz's charisma is. This point is, she went after me, vigorously. Within 24 hours of Dietrich's death, I had a price on my head and the hotel was taken over. So that's what you need to know about the Swatter Hands. They were a great gang, a powerful gang. I helped them to make it that way. Then then they had a management turnover and everything went to hell. Blitz rocks back on his feet, hands in his pockets. That's the end of the story. Anything else you want to talk about? Damn, I don't have enough intelligence. Am I only intelligence 1? Damn. Nothing else. Nothing else. I'm satisfied. I'll take all you're doing. How much intelligence do I have? Yeah, I'm intelligence 1. Wow. Phew. He's on like very high willpower and some charisma. I got some armor. Yeah. I'm not a smart dwarf. Can I actually check all... I can't check all the people's stats right now. There's a doggo. I mean, listen. Punching people with magic doesn't take intelligence. You look down and see a pair of bright eyes set into a scruffy-looking face looking back up at you. Dante, Monica's old dog, looks down into huge brown eyes. How is he? So, the dog's the same height as me. I'm pretty sure. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. On an instinctual level, he must know his master's gone. It's a very big dog, yes it is. Dante lets out a small line and rubs your eyes against your leg. We're gonna pet him. Oof. In real life, I have a big phobia of dogs. Luckily, this is a virtual dog where I feel really bad for this guy. To be fair, I feel bad for dogs anyway. Just because I have a phobia of them doesn't mean I'm like, don't get upset about the stories about dogs. Hey boss, Dietrich gives you a slight nod. What can I do for you? It's also why I'm so glad they don't actually have the barking. Because if I suddenly heard loud barking, then that would just like make me jump. Dietrich gives you a slight nod. What can I do for you? How are you holding up? You seem to take Monica's death harder than the others. Any thoughts from last round? We'll go with first. Well, we found Winters, that's something I guess. This whole thing has me feeling uneasy, boss. But at least we have a direction to look in. How are you holding up? You seem to take Monica's death harder than the others. Dietrich takes a shakes his head, a wistful expression on his face. Nah, no harder. But I'm less buttoned up than the others are. Eagle, blah blah words. Never let her show herself any weakness. In Glory, well, she's too chrome to feel much of anything. He shrugs. Me? I don't give a damn. I've spent too much of my life putting on a show for others already. What do you mean by that? I used to front a punk band way back when. Believe it or not, I've spent some pretty good chunk of my life on the stage. Whenever we weren't playing, I was living to our best fans' expectations. Spouted off, getting into fights, getting drunk, getting laid. Not a bad life, all things considered. Hang on. Wait a second, you can sing? He regards me with his critical eye. I was the front of a punk band, boss. Fuck no. I can't sing. Oh my... Ah, God, my... Oh, I'm sorry for peeking my mic. Ow. I just hit my knee on the desk. Whoops. Ow. Sorry for that. That just, like, maxed out the blue. Yeah, I'm really sorry. That must have not made a good sound. Anyway, he grins, but I wasn't half bad at riling up a crowd. What was your band called? I might have heard of him. Oh, I died, boss. We never got any airplay time. Come on, man. Come on, man. I put knowledge in music. Actually, no, there's no knowledge points, but you know, in this game. But hey, knowledge in music, very fun. Since when did airplay have addicted? Spit out, old man. Alright, boss, if you insist. The band was called... Oh god, why did I go with this option? Messerkampf? Messerkampf. Spelled out just like it sounds. It's capital letters with an exclamation... Messerkampf, probably, if I shout it. Spelled out just like it sounds. In big capital letters with an exclamation point. We weren't a big act or anything. We sold a few records here and there. Toured around Europe. We had a decent following in England. We holed up in London between 31 to 36. I spent most of our time slamming it in the East End. And I've picked up enough Cockney to irritate the folks back home. Oh, okay, that actually explains some, like, the writing choices for Dietrich. Because sometimes it has, like, very English. Like, I've had moments where I've you know, he sounds like he would be, like, a rougher area of England, but that explains it. Also, Cockney exists from Shadowrun. What the hell? That accent doesn't exist nowadays. You don't really have a Cockney accent much. He shakes his head. Truth be told, the whole chapter of my life's a bit of a blur. We didn't do it for the fans or the fame. We sure as shit didn't care about the money. All that matters was us staying young, drunk, and angry. He takes a moment to examine his gnarled hands, a sad smile on his face. You managed for second two. Good God, all the time they're gone. Young, drunk, and angry. God, that does explain. That is just. That does remind me of the current character I'm playing in Shadowrun. Diedrich stares at himself from the reverie back up at you. Back up at me, he's looking down at me, guy. That familiar, easy grin returns in his face. Well, anyway, boss, anything ends eventually, and I washed my hands of all that years ago, so let's change the subject if you don't mind. How did you go from fronting a man to running in the shadows? Wasn't a big leap as you think. I already had a healthy disposition for authority, and I had magic to back it up. Yeah, you do have Dragon Slayer as a totem. That makes sense. One nice thing about shamanism, as long as you keep your idol happy, it doesn't matter what else you do. The Dragon Slayer chose me as a servant, and as much as I was scrapping with something bigger than me, he didn't care much whether I was doing on stage with shadows. Tell me about Dragon Slayer, because my current Shadowrun character isn't a shaman. They're a black mage. But they do a much more like punkish nature. They're not murdering babies or making deals with evil spirits. They're all about like rebel against like what is status magic. It is a part of black magic, but they have adversity as their term, and it's very interesting. I love the mental spirits. Beware the Lodge. Yeah, no, my character. I feel like if she ever learned about the Black Lodge, she would laugh. I think she would find them funny edgelords rather than anything else. Then she would get hit with a mana bolt. And tortured, but, you know, that's a different thing. Then again, she is a combat mage. She doesn't go down easy. No, well, we'll see about combat later. Not much to tell. He chose me when I was a kid. I could always feel him in my heart, goading me to laugh louder, hit harder, and get rowdier in the face. Of course, my family didn't understand, but the hell with it, my fault. I knew I was destined for greater things. So I listened to him, and I cracked the skulls of a lot of bad people. He saw this and was pleased, roared to me with magic, and I used my magic to crack bigger, thicker skulls, and so on. He shrugs. It's a simple life, but a good one. So long, Dietrich. Take it easy, boss. Dietrich is currently my favorite guy in the team. Okay, just a room. Let's swap to Eager. Glory's my... Yeah. I don't want to say who's my favorite overall, because, you know, I haven't played this game before, so... Just at the moment, currently, Dietrich's my favorite. Eager turns to you. There's a pained look on her face. Look, I owe you an apology. Oh, is that so? I'll just go with I'm listening. When Monica died, I was pissed. That probably doesn't come as a huge surprise, but I took my anger on you and I shouldn't have. Seeing Winter's body like that was enough to convince me you couldn't have done anything to help Monica, and I couldn't have either. We were dealing with something new. Monica was a good friend of mine. Her death hurt. I got carried away and said some things I shouldn't have. I'll not apologize for that. Her body relaxes. She begins to turn away. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. There's a few things I wanted to say. She stops and turns back to face you. She can see wariness behind her eyes. Go ahead. Nobody's stopping you. Yeah, we're gonna go with the last one because I don't hate Eager. I don't hate the girl. She lost her friend and she's military trained. I get why she wants to be strict about things. I'm not like, I don't want to be the leader who's like blah blah blah. I want to be like, you're a valued member of the team, Eager. Now more than ever, I'm glad you're on my side. She raises her hand to stop you, but expression on her face has gone carelessly annoyed. Cover bullshit, fearless leader. I don't respond well with flattery. I wasn't trying to flatter you, Eager. I was only wanted to tell you how wonderful and valuable. Yeah, I got that part. And now you're gonna give me a pat on the head. I suppose you expect me to fall in line like I'm a good soldier. You know, Nothing's easier or more hollow than an empty compliment. It's cheap manipulation, and I can always see right through it. She turns away. You should go. I've got prep work to do next time, for our next run. You've got more important things to do than watch me pack my gear. Literally just standing there, mate. Do we have any payday to sell? I don't think we do, because we didn't have a decker on that team, really. I mean, we could have gone around and, like, checked, where's payday here? I forget, Shaman. Playing for sole payday, cool. Yeah, that's not enough. Do you have any paid? No, we don't. That. Okay. Dust, what do you need? I have a question. Hey, Glory, how you holding up? I don't want to talk about. Don't worry about me. I'm solid. If you say you're good, you're good. I trust you. Glory's expression remains neutral, but she grants you a brief perception nod. I have a question for you, Glory. One of the personal kind. I'm not big on sharing sport. Personal reasons. You can understand, I'm sure. Virgin voice tells you she's not irritated. She's not interested in continuing this conversation. Of course, we all have our secrets, but if you ever want to talk, I'm in. We'll go with that. Because, like, hey, I don't feel like pushing these characters. That feels very weird to do. Especially when they're like, hey, no, I don't want to do that. Amzel's expression is harder than you've seen before. When he speaks, his voice is grown. Ega told me about Green Rince's death. She said he died in the same manner that Monica did. It wasn't a pretty sight. Amzel nods gravely. I know that you and Ega have your differences. I will tell you that she was badly shaken up by the sight of Winter's body. She also mentioned that you found something in Winter's safe, a package full of very old discs. May I see? Hand over the disc. I'm questioning, does my dwarf actually know about discs? Like laser discs? Because I fully forget when they stop being used in Shadowrun's world. Like, it's one of those things, it's like very old tech, which very few people actually know how to use, and I love that. Good God. Gingerly, Ansel lifts a disc from the bundle and holds it to the light. Slowly, he begins to turn it in his hand, causing rainbow pads to shimmer across the surface. I haven't seen one of these since I was a boy. Because, like, I'm assuming if Ansel hasn't seen it since he's a boy, since he's a child, like, my character as a dwarf would have... Well, a dwarf, how old he looks, would be like... would have some vague perception of what they are. But if he's, like, in his early 20s to 30s, it's like... Well, no, he only has, like, the pop culture knowledge of these passed down. They're a DVD/RW, a data storage medium from the mid-2000s. Yeah, my character probably doesn't know much. I've been amazed that Winters was able to find a device that could play them. Do you know how we can read these things? He puts the DVDs in his hands and carefully inspects them with others. The first is that I looked at might be readable. The others are damaged, some severely so. I have my doubts about them. For now, concentrate on the undamaged disc. There's a little chop shop outside Videa Haven. Talk to the proprietor, Marshall Holly. Yeah, Holly. She will be able to help. Tell her to put the cost of the device on my account. I'm on it. Cool. DVD player. Sorry, it's just the quest to find a DVD player. It's funny to me. None of the stuff that we have in this weird future will help us play a DVD. Oh, did we wise each other? Welcome back. What can I do for you? I acquired this drone. Could you get up running again? Yeah, probably. It might take me a bit of doing, though I love working on old corp drones. Can't make any guarantees either way, but it's on the house. I'll leave it in your hands. I'll start on it right now. See you. Hold on a second. There was something else I want to talk to you about. Yeah, no. I'm looking for something that could play a DVD. Really? That is old tech, very old. In fact, just a moment, I'll look. She turns around and notices a bin of obsolete components out of the back of the stall. Yes, here we have it. The dwarf wrestles a mini-sized flat screen display out of the bin. The display has another old enough hookups to connect a DVD player. RCA, you know, vintage. The player itself, though, this I don't have. I wish you could try to look up the junkyard. There's a scavenger there, a primitive man with crude disposition. If anyone in the Kurtz cabals can find what your DVD player, he can. But he'll almost certainly attempt to overcharge you for it. She takes a deep breath and smiles up at you. But you're not here for the gossip. Shall we continue our business? I could give you a display for 200 Nuyen. Paul Amazon said to charge his account. Very well. I'll have it packaged for delivery at the Hurstman straight away. Best of luck finding a DVD reader. I wish you well. I wish you well. God, I can say words. Well, next time I meant to go. I scroll out. I'm gonna go here. I just want to check out the medic stuff because I remember there being a quest there when I watched like a couple bits of a Let's Play. But like, here's the medic stuff. But I can't remember fully how you gain that quest. Because I know it's about the ghouls. I need medical supplies. How much Nuyen? It's 50 Nuyen. Let's just buy as much as we can. Because we're gonna need it. Trauma kits are fine. The dog, confer. Just gonna give him pets. Ooh, the game's not liking that. Anyway, yeah, let's go here. This picture is a picture that I've remembered because used in Shadowrun Returns. Very far away from where you were, old man. He's now old man looks up from whatever old tech he's tinkering with and squints at you through his thick, old-fashioned glasses. He pushes them up with an old stained finger and strains a nod at you. He speaks with a gruff but well-meaning tone, heavy accented in a German totality. I will not be doing German accent, for the sake of everyone watching. Guten Tag. What can I do for you? Mility asked me, tells me you're the man I speak about for a DVD. That little screw sent you my way, huh? Snorty smiles broadly. Well, will wonders never cease? Well, introduced in siren order, I suppose. Scorty Birchman, at your service. The old man raises a grim hand. I'm turning him into a pirate, God. Raises a grimy hand in a salute. Needs something salvaged? Some old components? Villatic? I'm indeed your man. Wonderful. How about a DVD player? Well, let's see. I think that I've got something that would work for you. Sky ranges through the junk heaped on the tables behind him. A few seconds later, he snatches a battered plastic lodging-sized shape from a pile. Here we go. An old Korean player that I dug up last week. 2010 model, a real beauty. Scotty smile broadened, then he gives you a conspiratorial wink. Fixed her up and got her running. But without any discs to read, I've mostly been using her as a paperweight. Sounds like what I'm looking for. How much do you want for it? Scott glances back at the DVD player, a rueful expression on his face. Well, I'll admit, I'm a little loath to part with her. There's plenty of folks out here who'd really appreciate an older player such as this, and I don't know what you intend to intentions are for it. We're gonna pay the man. I know it's a lot of Nuyen, but we're gonna pay the man. I'm gonna pay the legitimate homeless man 500 Nuyen. He's doing more than us. Now this is where the computer game not having lifestyles to worry about comes into like a big consideration. If I had this little new yen on my normal character, on my tabletop character, I would not be giving someone 500 new yen. I would not at all. That's my new yen. sorry for the cough. I suppose give him a time and trouble you put in looking for back together that I'd be willing to part with it for, let's say, Scotty's eyes dart between your gear, a calculated expression on his face, about 200 new yen. Hang on, I just need to cough a bit. Oh god. So much reading. Drying out my throat. Hands over the cred stick, deal. Scotty blinks at you with surprise, but his beard betrays no movement on his face. Oh, you just... Alright there, friend. He picks up an ancient device from the table, grinning as he presses into your hands. The plastic is scuffed and worn, and it rattles a bit when you move it. A hell of a deal. Anyway, I'm happy knowing she's going to to see someone use it again. Give her some good use, okay? Cool. You look around and see a pair of buyers. Wait, did I accidentally click on my dog? Looking at pet again. Let's go back. God, we can move. Like, really move. We're fast forward. Actually, what's our quickness? Is quickness a skill in this? Yes, it is. We got 2. We're stronger and very willful, but we're dumb. What are we playing? In traditional fantasy, what are we playing? It seems that Ansel is assembled a team in your absence. They stand in a group around an old display that Miltard delivered. On their faces you can see excitement and apprehension, curiosity and dread. God, the writing on these games is so good. Dust, have you pulled a DVD reader? Hands-on or DVD player. I have it right here. Good. This should only take a moment. Hanzo disappears behind an ancient display. After a few minutes of fiddling with its bad inputs, he reappears, a satisfied look on his face. Everything appears to be functional. The disc should be ready to play. Well, don't keep us in surprise. Start the damn thing already. Dust went to the trouble of fetching everything. Let him do the honors. Absol steps back, clearing a path for you to access the antique machine. A soft sound fills the air with an ancient DVD spinning. The disc speeds up. The scratched LED display comes up to life. The menu fills with a screen. Play track 1. I might actually go get a glass of water quickly. I'll be fine. Oh boy. Thanks for the concern, though. The screen goes black. There's a cheerful digital chiming sound spills out of the display speakers. A crackling of static fills the air, coupled with the shrill electronic whir. After a few moments, the display goes live, and a disheveled-looking man appears on the screen. His eyes glitter with excitement. Timestamped on the screen is 2034, 9th, I assume 9th of the 9th month? Yeah, October the 15th. Herman, I think we found her. After all this time, Fistwinger, I knew she wasn't dead. His speech is jeery. You can hear the urgency in his voice. She survived the Dragonfall. Vauclair. Oh, thank you. Vauclair. ... Ominous. She survived Dragonfall, just as you said. I knew it. I was right. The screen explodes into static. The electronic wind in the background sharpens to a needle-like pulse of high-pitched sound. Somewhere in the background, Dante lets out a low whimper. The screen clears. The excited face is closer to the screen than it was before. Words spill out of him like a breathless tide. Take a team into their socks, SOX, to retrieve her. The radiation be damned. We will take appropriate procedures, of course, but we must go. Herman, I think the body may be nearby as well. Somehow, she, survived. For all this time, the screen explodes into static again, then clears. The figure flickers across the screen. Maybe not back for some time. The socks. PTS. An irradiated zone in the middle of Germany, of course, not a terrifying prospect, but along with that message. Maybe not back for some time. Look after Mum, okay? I worry about her. And Herman, stay safe out there. I know things are heating up in Berlin. I know you. Student protest, civil uprising. You'll be in the middle of it, I'm sure. Just stay safe, alright? And I'll do my best. I'm gonna do my best to stay the same. I don't know what's gonna happen to me once I step into the SOX, but I do know one thing: if Firewing is still a danger, I will put an end to her once and for all. Play track 2. Isn't lore-wise just the socks crawling with corruption and toxic spirits, which is not a fun time. For most things. The screen goes black for a moment, then a figure appears on the screen. Your late client, Green Winters, his elbows printed on the table that he's seated up, and his chin resting on a palm. The hand wrapped it around a bottle cap of whiskey. The timestamp is 2000 and yeah, screwed up. This sucks. This sucks. The timestamp on the video reads 2053. Yeah, it's written in the American way, so that's the month. December 25th, on Christmas. Huh. Found the message Arjun left me. After all these years ago. Got it cleaned up the best I could. Strange hearing his voice again. He pauses long enough to pull on a bottle. It's good hearing him, even if he did insist on calling me Herman. Herman? Dr. Adrian von Clare, the hero of the people, the Dragon Slayer. My brother. He grimaces and rubs his eyes. Hard to believe it's almost been 20 years. Alright, so I'm going to start recording these DVDs again. For me. For Adrian. For whoever might wind up watching them. Every time I do this, it winds up feeling like a waste of time, but I keep doing it anyway. On the off chance that I'll find something important. If I stumble on a clue that leads me to my brother, I know I'm gonna want it on film. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, after all. No sense in quitting now. Christ, 20 years. All this time and still no leads. Even with all my contacts, my resources. He takes another long swig of cheap liquor. Even with my legendary bullheadedness, I've made no progress at all. I haven't turned up a single goddamn thing. Want to hear something funny? The closest I got to a clue was a rumour. Apparently a team emerged from the socks a while back. Nobody clear on the day. But get this. He leans into the camera with a conspiratorial wink. Supposedly, they vanished without a trace. He upends the bottle, drains it, slams it back down on the table, his eyes rimmed with red. Not much of a rumour considering. I already know that they've gone, big brother. I live with that every day. Abruptly, Winters leans forward, reaches for something off screen, and display goes back. A few seconds later, the main menu returns. Play track 3. The grinding sound on the DVD tray and Green Winter's image appears on the screen. There's an eager look on his face. Timestamp. The video is 2045 of November the 12th. No, October, because it's the 9th. It's the 10th month. That's it. Stumbled upon this archive footage of the Fushwinger original attack months before the Dragonfall. Easy to forget how devastating it was. Got it. I pronounced it Andre. Adrain. Well, my name's saved us a lot of people by bringing her down. I forgot I've got all the fudge clued up to play. Starting now. Additional comments to follow. The slow whir of the DVD shifts to a high-pitched whine. The distorted wave image blooms into being on screen. A timestamp in the upper right corner of the screen marks the date as July 6, 2012. Damn, this is like right. This is right when like Magic returned. Dear God. Not right when Magic returned, but very close. It's difficult to make out what you're seeing at first. The screen is dark, smoky. The telltale flashes of emergency light vehicles on the peripheral of the screen. The camera pulses in a way that makes the two figures standing in the ruined landscape. All at once, the sound cuts in. Again, for those who are joining us, we're coming into you live in Stolberg. A few hours ago, the Dragon Fullswinger launched an unprovoked attack on the Sleeping Herds mountain town, and you can see the results behind me: fire, ash, and blood. We're joined tonight by a survivor of the latest and most horrifying attack. The reporter turns up to a pale man standing behind him. Sir, I understand that you've been through a terrible ordeal. Thanks for taking your time. Yeah, fire. I don't think she could have named herself because she just woke up and started burning things. So like the news media was like, what do we call this? Giant thing which is breathing fire everywhere. So I understand that you've been through a terrible ordeal. Thanks for taking our time to speak with us tonight. The camera switches to a middle-aged man with a haunting look on his face. He stammers out a reply. Yes, of course. If you could, sir, could you please tell me if the people at home about your experience of the attack? Sorry, my brain instantly went to, if that was TV, this would be like filming just after Pompeii. It was horrible, just pure chaos. So many people dead, people I knew, roasted alive or trampled to death, trying to escape. My own house was burned to the ground during the attack. My family. We have nothing left now. You made it through the attack though. Your wife, your kids? I don't know, I'm putting on that voice of a reporter. Yeah, we made it, thank God. We rode out the attack in a small shelter. Me, my wife, and our 2 daughters. The shelter, it protected us, but the heat was unbearable. We couldn't have stayed there much longer if we did. How long will you hold up in there? 3, maybe 4 hours, I don't know. We just stayed inside until the heat died down and the screaming stopped. And what happened after that? When it was over, the air was cooled down. Reporter nodded to the man to continue. We stepped outside. There was nothing left. Just smoke, wreckage, and the dense cloud of black, oily smoke. And the stench from the air. Oh God, that smell. It smelled like roast meat. There was a long pause. From the tortured look on his face, you can tell that the man is struggling to decide whether or not to continue to speak. Eventually he does. Nom dragons, yeah. My girls, they found what was left of the nanny outside. Her body, what was left of it, was slumped against the shower door. We kept telling ourselves that we couldn't hear her pounding to get in, but that wasn't true. I couldn't bring myself to open the door. I couldn't risk my family like that. Not for her, not for anyone. Thank you, sir, for taking your time to speak with us. Yeah. We haven't heard it. You heard it here. An absolute chilling account of tonight's attack. Again, the town of Stolberg has been reduced to ash. Another victim of the fire wing. Stay with us for more to articulate the recordings of Fullswinger's reign of terror. I want to point out a really dark, first off, that is like a great scene. Really to show off the power of dragons. They are terrifying creatures. Also, when you just think about that in the context of modern news cycles, it gets worse. Because that guy probably got a huge amount of hate from like the internet folks watching that live broadcast. Like, just look at anything like that nowadays. Green Winter's face reappears on the screen. Okay, it's time for a new approach. Adrain's complete dead end. That's clear now, so I'm gonna try and dig up on Fullswinger instead. Let's see where this goes. Okay, play track 4. The DVD ramps up, filling there with the vinous creature and appears on the screen. The date reads, so this is like a couple weeks after. 2045, the October the 31st. Ah, Halloween, huh. Well, that was a little bust. Little progress on the first winger either. He shakes his head. I don't know, it's weird. The information's out there, it's just like, wrong somehow. It's too well laid out, too simple. Real life is messy, and that feels like a little too neat. Well, that's not the only thing that can get me. I'm getting the tingling feeling all up and down my back and neck again. Feels like I'm being tracked. I'm no Matrix hotshot like Clockwork or Surfer, but I'm good enough to know when someone's on my set. Go install some new security measures. I can't be too careful. A few seconds later, it appears. Ooh, track 5. That was a very short track, damn. The display goes back for a moment. Then there's the face of a... Oh, he's a Shadowrunner? I think it was just a Matrix. I think it was just a hacker, more like a runner. Maybe. My brain's questioning, do you need to be, like, in a Shadowrunner to get into that sort of Matrix community? But I guess you would have to be a degree, or at least be like a contact for some people. And it really depends on, like, was he a good contact? How much loyalty and connections did he have? The display goes blank for a moment. The face of Green Winters winks on screen. He's seated at a computer. Off to his left is an enormous monitor filling the screen. His voice carries an edge of panic. The timestamp is 2044, 54, November the 9th. Christ, I'm getting close to something. There's a trail of bodies, and there have been some disappearance. Yeah, it could have been a Johnson. Could have been a new portrait. Yeah, it's really good. The eye is amazing. Just like utterly disheveled. Christ, I'm getting something close here. There's a trail of bodies, and there've been a few disappeared. Gearbox, Misero, Pereira, they've all disappeared within the past few years. Gearbox went AWOL yesterday, and then they were all making some sort of inquiries about Firewing. There have been some ghost stories spreading across the Decker community. Stories about Deckers disappearing and then showing up again later, but wrong somehow. Scary stuff, and I'm starting to think it's true. Blitz leans in and whispers to you. I know the story he's talking about, Chief. Nothing to put much stock in. Not until now. Could these rumors be related to something happening here? Am I being that paranoid? He pauses for a moment as if serious consideration of the question. Then he shakes his head and slams his fist on the table. No, I don't think so. Something big is happening here. I'm right in the middle of it. Ega cuts in. That's a bit of a leap. On the one other thing, Torsty told me about a story about a kill team that might be related to all of this. Apparently, a decker named Hellebore posted a theory about Fastwinger to the Shadowlands BBS about 5 years ago. About an hour later, a mil-spec team showed up in the meat space and cooked his entire apartment, with her in it. And when Tolstoy told me, if what Tolstoy told me true, Hellebore live posted the event, describing her killer, this great big orc with some skin grafts. Then the whole thread disappeared, gone without a trace. Leap? Eager love? Sounds like he's... Again, it's Datrix's use of love which makes him sound British. Sounds like he was on the right track to me. Ega holds her silence, but concedes a point with a small nod. On the screen, Winter pauses. He looks like he's working up to something, and finally he speaks. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. That's gotta be Fastwinger, all of it. Adrian was right about her. She was still alive, and she's out of the socks. She covered her tracks, working in the shadows, preparing to rise again. And that means I have to find you, Adrian. Adrian, that's it. Adrian. For everyone's sake. Thank you. I've got a lead. For the first time in 2 decades, I've got a solid goddamn lead. I've backtracked all of the Matrix notes from Hellebore was looking into. back before she got cooked. Whoever was purging the Matrix didn't think about that, and I found what she turned up. Winters stabs a few keys on the keyboard, and an image expands, filling the screen of a monitor. A satellite photo of a rural landscape, and annotated with GPS data. It's a set of map coordinates. So, I've got a target, a place to start digging. The Hillfield Manor, a conventionally located in an isolated stretch of countryside, miles away from preparing eyes. Matrix records indicate that some sort of data vault exists beneath the estate, so that's what I need to get into. And this is where we came in. As if on cue, a familiar image winks on this onto monitor on Winter's left, Monica. I think I'm gonna tap Sulfur on this job. She's got skill to bypass whatever security they're running there, and she's gullible enough to take the job on in the first place. I'll feed her some line about Flug State security, and she'll eat it up with a spoon. I warned her. Amzel's voice is choked with rage. I warned her. On the display, Winter's mouth presses a broad grin. Time to put plans on moderation into motion. By this time tomorrow night, I should have the information that I need. And off chance that Scarfer gets taken out, well, that tells me something too. Can't make an omelet, I'll break it and all that. Until then. The worst type of Johnson to get. The type of Johnson who doesn't care if you succeed at the job. Because if they don't care that you succeed at the job, they're not going to put the correct information in. I mean, they view it as expendable either way, but if they don't care how you completing the job, that's bad. That's bad. When you play the sick track, a small video window appears. You recognize the scene in the window. You are looking at a tattered drapes of the Nicorette-stained wallpaper of Winter's hotel room in Das Castles. Video timestamp is 2055, November the 10th. Okay, so this is November the 10th. We got a solid date for the game, or at least around the month. There's a bit of motion, and a hanged form of Green Winters slums onto flames. Suspicion confirmed. Surfer's dead. Christ. Winters reaches a shaky hand off camera. A moment later, it returns clutching a cheap plastic drinking glass. He gulps down, wipes his mouth with the back of his hand, and takes a deep breath. Okay. Back up, slow down, start from the beginning. Winters closes his eyes, makes a visibly effort to calm himself. When he speaks again, his voice is steady. Got a call from my contact in the Kurtzburg. Surfer killed on an estate run. Matrix security on the estate cooked our brains. Considering Software is skilled and experienced on the site, IC must have been extreme. Even by Berlin standards, security of this costs money, real money. Given the evidence uncovered so far, corporations' involvement unlikely. The connection to Firewing is too strong. So, let's come out right and say it. The dragon is what we're dealing with here. The smart money says that she's coming for me next. Well, I won't go down with a fight. I've still got my contacts, still got my connections, and the flux state can be a hell of a weapon for a man who knows how to manipulate it. Winters takes a long pull from the glass, grimaces and swallows. Time to make a play. Ghost stories or no. Missing deckers or no. I've got Jack into the Matrix and start pulling strings. Countermeasures that I installed earlier should be enough to keep me safe for 20 minutes. I'll be out there. Winters drains the rest of his glass and tosses it back over his shoulder. A moment later, you hear the dull carrying of the hard plastic on aluminum. Surfer's death was tragic. She restored support of the Hessler state, but still, all things considered, while finishes something off screen. A moment later, he reappears clutching a data jack cable. Better her than me. He plugs the cable into his head and the screen clamps to static. Inject DVD. As your fingers near the inject button, a black screen cuts in, and a moment later, Green Winter's haggard face appears. If you're watching this, then I guess you caught up to me. They will be after you now. Blitz whispers something into your ear more harshly this time. What the hell is this? Why didn't you warn me about this before I came here? We didn't know. Exactly. Not exactly. I didn't come here to get hurt by a dragon. I'm not even part of this. You are now, whether you like it or not, so quiet down and stop bothering him. Whoever you are, whatever you think you're after, you need to find Dr. Adrian Van Clare. Not because he's my brother, because if Fastwing is rising again, he's the only one who can stop her. I've seen what happened to people who get too close to this. I'm dead, and dozens of others have died. You will be next unless you can find Adrian. The screen cuts back to static. The message is over. The DVD slides out. Tray slides out of the reader. Whew, that is not good. I say, an ancient dragon which survived since time immemorial is back and can burn the world if she wants. The room goes quiet as everyone struggles to process the DV that you see in the DVD. Finally, Diedrich breaks the silence. A dragon. Son of a bitch. Green Widow starts up against a dragon. Yeah. I mean, the only thing in my brain where I'm like, at least the only good part is at least it's not that terrorist dragon. I mean, Firewing is a terrorist, but like, she's not the dragon, which is, I forget the guy's name. It's like this dragon which lives in the Amazon, I think. Lives near like the Aztec stuff, and he just goes around murdering people. I think it's theorized the plane that he just took out of the sky had like an ancient elf which kills dragons in it. Which, really weird. Why, I don't know, it's just to my brain, an ancient elf who, from an ancient order of dragon slayers from the 4th age, taking a plane. That just doesn't make sense in my brain. Maybe, I don't know, I need to look at it more in thing. I don't think it's Harley Quinn or any, though they would be part of the same, like, I think, level of elf, like the type of elves which lived through the 5th age and just woke up again at the start of the 6th. A dragon, son of a bitch. A green wind to suss up against a dragon. The Firewing. And those voices thick with dread. Yeah, I mean, he's a joker. I mean, same thing, same card. Same card in a suit. Anne's voice is thick with dread. She lives. I'm really starting to grab the fact that I didn't just stay at the hotel. Ego ignores him. Wait a second. We don't know for certain. Diedrich lays a hand on Elgar's shoulder. Oh, my voice is giving out. The evidence seems pretty convincing for me, love. I'll even take it a step further and think the secret facility that we stumbled into was her lair. The room fills with silence. Ego and Glory exchange glances. For a moment, Diedrich continues. Diedrich. Just think about it. The decker that Winters got whose coordinates from was posting about a fistwinger. Then she was killed by that same orcish bastard that attacked us after Monica died. And that has a direct link to the dragon, the Scarred Orc, the Hellfed Manor, and then Winters was killed by the same thing that killed Monica. Exactly, my gut tells me that a dragon is down there. Dust, someplace far beneath the surface. I think that we got knocked on the door of her lair without even knowing it. And I think given what I'm seeing, the dragon will do whatever it takes to keep us quiet about it. Okay, going on the assumption that this is a dragon, and that she will come after us, what do you propose we do about it? Now, let me read through this. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to follow Winter's advice, find something clear. I say what we do simple. We head back, kick the door down, kill the dragon, problem solved. Anyone have any suggestions? Yes, let's just kill a great dragon. That's a thing you can do in Shadowrun. We're probably going to go, anyone have any suggestions? We're the leader, but we want to follow Monica's footsteps and taking on what that guy said, that the girl said in the bar. We're going to say, anyone have any suggestions? What we need is information. I think we should pick up there where Winter's left off. We need to find Vinclair. And how are we gonna plan on doing that? Winter spent 20 years searching for him, and it got him nowhere. With help of an information broker. Just a few laser weapons. You know what, yeah. Nah, well, yeah, break into a Ranraku lab and steal their power armor just for insurance. Yeah, you're gonna be fine, Dry. Help me, I'll go talk to Ortog then. For this, no. For this, no. While her bazaar is capable of this, a task this of this magnitude is beyond him. We need to contact a premium information broker in Berlin. We need to talk to Alice. Blitz scoffs at Amsel. Alice, best of luck, and I hope you're rich. Amsel raises an eyebrow. For this, rich enough, even lonely just once. Who is this, Alice? A prominent figure in Berlin's shadow community. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that. She was provided information. Actually, a shock van will the entire best attempt. That's she provided information and retrieval service for the F-State. Amsel turns the computer console back behind him and runs a figure across a virtual keyboard. The machine begins to hum. If Winters is right, if Von Claire is alive, she can help us find him. Yeah. I'll give an attempt at every pronunciation, but I'm probably gonna butcher it. I didn't take German in school. And the language I did take at school I can't speak either, so... The console spits out a black plastic. Amsel plugs it from a computer and hands you here. Got key to speaking with Alice. A cred stick? Amsel nods. It's an encoded cred stick. Yes, for 10,000 new yen. Alice will not show her face for less. This represents the last of my personal savings. Dust. Make this meeting count. Where do I need to go? Take the U-Bahn to Absenstabber. There you'll find a connection to, and the locals refer to the rabbit hole. You'll find a method to contact Alice there. Don't call her that in front of her though. Word on the street is she hates it. Please hurry. While you're out there, I'll work on acquiring new contacts with the team. Alice is the best there is at what she does, and the services carry a price tag to match. Alright, I don't think there's anything on the computer that we can check right now. Your workstation and mission computer command terminal. A voice from the she's gone. Yeah, no new messages. I can't check for like jobs. Open job directory, yeah. View pending and active jobs, yeah, there's nothing. I think you forgot to talk to someone on the vessel. Oh no, I'll have a look around. Because there's the dwarf down here. But she's a shop owner. God, this is why it's glitching out for some reason. Dead obstacles, isn't it? Yep. Welcome back. What can I do for you? I guess I'll go for... God, the drone face. These things take time, make progress. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've already given up a drone. Did that when I went to get the DV. So it's fine, don't worry. Let's see what I got here. Nothing that I can use. We're out of New Yen, basically. Sadness. God, I can't imagine having a character with only 200 new yen in my actual tabletop. They'd be crying at that point. No lifestyle, I think, can actually survive on 200 new yen. Okay, let's go to the human. The dog comes a long way with us. Sky. Yeah, just skying. Just like ignoring everyone. I mean, I wouldn't call my current character's lifestyle good, but at least they have a flat. Kinda had half the team living in my basement. I mean... Someone's on my stash. Oh, fair enough. I mean... Cost of living is high. I mean, at least everyone's together. If you ever get like if you ever get raided from a corp, everyone's there. The only active console is the Direct Links fan of the U-band platform, an old video archive machine. The CRT monitor set into the machine cabinet glows investigatively. Cheerful pixel graphics swirl and dance on screen. Investigate the machine. At the base of the control panel, you find a clearly hidden input port. The port is surrounded by black plastic, and it appears to be approximately the shape and size of a typical cred stick. Insert Amsel's just down payment cred stick. The internal monitor's the internal monitor grips the cred stick and pulls it into the machine, and it disappears into the port. The screen goes black. Moments later, a video image file on the screen. The picture is dark and grainy, a far cry from the bright, colourful sprites that previously inhabited the display. On the screen, a dimly lit office. The place looks like it was straight from an old detective movie, from the Vertine's building on the window to the grey swaths of shadow that paint over walls in black. Center stage, sitting behind a large mahogany desk, is a silhouette of an impressive looking woman in a coral grey suit, the tip of a cigarette glowing cherry red in the shadows. She leans forward into the light. You can see a catch your first glimpse of Alice. That's not what I imagined her like. That is a very different description from before. I mean, her face is all hard planes and sculpted angle, with high cheekbones and almond eyes. Her lips are painted a fragile blue, but her look in her eyes is even colder. A head of lustrous black hair is interspersed with flowing streams of cyan light. Alice exhales a puff of smoke, and the tip of the sky is nearly in the ashtray. She fixes eyes on you, and her lips curl into a humorous smile. You're on your dime, friend. Tell me what you're looking for. I need to find someone. Dr. Adrian Von Clare. She raises an eyebrow. The Dragon Slayer. Interesting. He's been missing for a long time. Yes, he has. The question is, can you find him? Don't decking, goddamn. Wow, that's interesting. I wish I was a decker now. Actually, that seems like an interesting dialogue option. She looks into your eyes, and then the smile disappears. Her voice is all business. If he's out there somewhere, I'll find him for you. If he could be living under an assumed name in California, free state, and I'll still track him down. And if he's not alive, I'll tell you where you can find his corpse. Whoops, I forgot to read the dialogue. Alice steeples her fingers. Alright, this is how it's going to work. When you give me the go-ahead, I'm going to start gathering information. Once finished, you're going to have to bring me a cred stick encoded with an encryption key that I'll provide, and the cred stick will have 50,000 new yen. That's a lot of new yen. When I get my cred stick, you get your information. That's the deal. Take it or leave it. Alright, you got a deal. She is the best at her job. When you're the best of the best, you can charge a lot of new. Alright, you got a deal. And the price to go with that, yeah. Can't really argue. Okay, but remember, you say go, and I go. From that point on, you gotta hook the payment as my fee. No turning back, no refunds. We're square on this. Yeah, we're square. Good, I'll be in touch. The screen goes black. Moments later, the machine reboots. The colourful sprites that you saw when you first approached the arcade cabinet returns. There's nothing more here. Alice is gone. Who's moving these trains? As somebody who had to take public transport for quite a while of my life, and still have to, trains don't just stop at a station. I get it's a gameplay thing, but I find it funny. Yeah, that does hurt. The big leagues of Shadowrun, where you just have ridiculous sums of cash. Let's check how much money we currently have. 200 new. How much? Yeah. Oh boy. We need to make, I don't even know how many percentage-wise that we have to make back up. We should talk to our team, by the way, because I wonder if they have new dialogue thanks to the DVD. Dust, did you make contact with Alice? Yes, I did. She accepted your payment and ordered the search for information we needed. Very good. I can't imagine this will be cheap. Why is Alice stated price? You're right on that account. 5,000 union. He shrugs. It's about what I had expected. Thankfully, we are prepared for this. I've established contacts with many new clients. You can find information on the jobs logged in your mission computer. One job file is already on there. While you can work to earn Alice's fee, I continue to dig for clues around Falsewing. If she is in fact roasting under the Headfield Manor, then there must be some evidence to support that fact. A dragon is a large thing to hide after all. Be careful, Paul. Remember what happened to Monica. I will never forget. Don't worry, Dust. I'm going to conduct my investigation the old-fashioned way through contacts and deduction, very careful expositions. I'll not jack into the Matrix until this entire story episode is finished. That's probably wise. Speaking of doing the things the old-fashioned way, Nalta is working to recover information on those other DVDs. It's a painstaking process and it will not be quick, but she's optimistic that things will be successful in time. I don't know enough about DVDs to understand if you can actually repair them from being scratched. Finally, I've been checking on a friend, Volk with the skin grafts. I haven't heard anything back yet, but I'll keep appraising the situation develops. Sound good, Paul. I'll check up on those jobs. And one last thing before you go, Dust. Samuel Belcock wants me to pass a message on. Do you know him? Volk must runs for Shallow across the way. Don't know the man, sorry. Well, he has a job for you. He wouldn't discuss it with me, but he promises that it'll prove worth your time. I'll keep that in mind. We'll go do that. If we've been asked for a job in person. Where is Samuel? I'm sure I'll go outside to find him. Let's see if our team has anything to talk about. I've got nothing to say, boss. Just get this run taken care of. You can hit me up once we're late and you want to talk. Okay, is everyone just like not wanting to talk, I assume? We're not even on a run technically. I haven't picked up a job. Hey Chief, what's up? Nothing. Okay, cool. I think we've talked to everyone. Although I know we haven't talked to everyone, but I don't think people are gonna. God damn it. I'll be right back. There's a phone. The phone is going off and there's no one else in the house. Let me just pause for game actually. I'll be right back for a second. Alright, I'm back. It was nothing but static, so I suspected it was a scam call which kinda broke. Let's go talk to this guy. I do. Oh, wait. What race did he say it was? I think it was like. Oh, he's an orc. It says that. Are orcs actually that big? Because I don't remember, like. I know orcs are big, but I don't think they're that bulky in normal Shadowrun. At the sound of your approach, Orc turns to face you. He wears several expensive, a severe expression of kindness in his eyes. Guten Tag, dwarf. May I help you with something? Yeah, there's a troll nearby. I am a dwarf. So yeah. I heard you wanted to talk about a job. Yes, I do. Thank you for coming so promptly. He takes a deep breath, releases it slowly, and looks at you in the eye. Tell me, what do you know about the Humanese Pole Club? They're an anti-meta-human hate group. Okay, we're a meta-human. They're monsters, because, you know. We're also still meta-humans. Meta-humanity? You know, it's a label that I wouldn't apply to many people, but the leadership of the Humanis... God, imagine calling your great hate group Humanis. That's so dumb. I mean, it sounds so dumb. I guess real hate groups are like that, so... Fictional one. A leadership of Humanis that deserving of the title. Because they corrupt angry young humans into spewing hate mongers. Their bloody rhetoric helped incite the Night of Rage. Keep talking. He nods. Because I think the Night of Rage, I'm pretty sure, was like a big riot. Yeah. So, like, again, I have watched a bit of a Let's Play on Dragonfall. And I do really like how Dragonfall handles hate groups. Specifically these groups, this anti-meta type hate group. It's really well done, really well written. Yesterday, I overheard my assistant talking on his comms. He was yelling, clearly agitated. I questioned him, and he confided in me that he told me that what my blood running cold. Let me guess where this is going. The Humans is planning on something, an attack of some kind. He nods. Yes, I believe so. The Berlin chapter has arranged a quite large shipment of extraordinarily hazard materials. Their leader, Solvak Stoll, is a vicious ideologue. It goes without saying that whatever he's intended to do, it won't be good for us. Race, non-human, that's cool. I want you to infiltrate the smuggling group that is delivering a shipment. Once you've arrived in the Humans' compact, you will find out what they're planning to do with the chemical and stop it. Race non-human. What makes you think they will talk to me? I'm no more human than you are. Maybe the smugglers are meta-human. If you travel with them, humans allow you into the compound, and the rest will be up to you. As long as you can get me through the front door, I can take care of the rest. He nods. Yes. Good. From now on, your reputation from your reputation around Kutzbar, I know that you're the right man for the job. Wouldn't it be easier just to hijack the shipment? Why would the Humans why allow it to get to the Humans compound at all? He shakes his head. No, stopping the shipment would just stop the Humans. They'd merely require another. For a pack of snarling racists, they're extremely well funded. Let's talk composition. Well, what's this gig pays? Yeah, we don't have socialite. I'll contact I'll contact the CIS organization across Berlin and take up a collection. Between us, we can raise 22,000 yuan as payment. I trust that will be sufficient. I'll do it. Count me in. He nods. Excellent. I am relieved. I will be making arrangements for a meeting with the smuggler. Their leader is an elf who calls himself Maxim. Take the U-Bahn to Sociala and you'll find him waiting there. Best of luck, Q-Dust, and good hunting. You know what you're doing? A great thing for meta-humans of Berlin. Your efforts will not go unrecognized. We are quickly just going to go back down into to our team and go see the computer and basically accept every job. Yeah, actually no, they might. Actually, I think all our team is human, right? Glory is Gloria elf? Blitz is a human. No, Algo's a troll, right? Yeah. I think that last round you ended. No, nothing. Okay, cool. Yeah, he is a troll. So let's see if he has anything. Don't I? Volman's an elf. Oh, I did not know. Is he elf? No. This isn't the best time. Come back later. Alright. We're definitely taking Dietrich. Where's Dietrich's not here, is he? He's out. Looks like he's out. Okay, cool. Anyway, workstation. Open job dictionary. View pending jobs. Read active. Okay, cool. Yeah. Brief recap. Cool. Pending. Answer space room was on the screen. Here you will find a complete transcript of a conversation with first phones, potential client. A job seems to be related to straightforward, and payout is resumed. One of the word of caution before you see whether there are aspects of that one that you might find morally troubling. Be sure to read and understand the specifics of the job before accepting. If you do accept, you'll be expected to carry out the full requirements of the job. After reading the transcript, you may choose to whether or not to accept the job. If your response is affirmative, your client will be notified and you'll make the necessary decisions for run. Guest Hans Elmond? Yes, I'm here. To whom I am speaking to? You may call me Furfux. I don't know. Very well. Please describe the work you would like done. Straight to the point. I like that. Very well. I guess I would like to return your team services to clean up a mess. Go on. My employers dispatched a team of operators to conduct a quiet operation in the local shearing farm AG lab. Unfortunately, they botched the job. The team was eliminated and we have reliable information that one of the operatives have been taken captive. If a rogue agent were to spill information leading back to the employer, it could lead to a corporate war. A great many lives would be lost. My employee would like nothing more than to prevent such a tragic turn of events. Ah, I see. And you wish to retain your team services? Tie up loose ends? Exactly. The captive operator is a rigger named Foreign Estate. We will neutralize him before he can inform us of his captors. As Instinct and his team has already been the facility on high alert, stealth will not be an option, and your team will need to shoot their way in, eliminate Arstein, and exit the facility. A straightforward enough task. Very well. Within team's capabilities, what are you offering in terms of pay? 15,000. This offer is non-negotiable. Very well. I will pass the offer on to my team. Very good. Good to hear. Yeah, we also have the job. Run is that cool. Yeah, we've got 2 active jobs. Current funds. Required funds. Go back. Okay, we're going to try and do all the runs. Elimination will work. Not certain I did that thing, but... I mean... Okay, so... We're going to try and act moral if the position puts it in front of us. But we are still Shadowrunners. And like... Killing a corporate guy really is one of the least... Not... I'm not saying it's morally good, but it's not the worst thing that we can do. Also go get coffee, yeah, let's go. Like, I'm not gonna, like, if a job is like, hey, I'm gonna try not to kill innocents, and if there's a way around it, don't accidentally murder people. No, I don't think there's anything. I think, like, yeah, no, I don't think there's anything. Let's talk to Zor quickly. The dog leans into his voice low. If information regarding the mail my people will look into our theme. One involving the surveillance devices and my data tapped. Utag, I've already been waiting for my coffee for nearly an hour already. Are you growing the beans out back? The coffee vendor shouts. Can't you see that I'm speaking to an honoured guest? You tower of quibbling commonplace? What? That's a really good insult if I could pronounce it correctly. He lowers his voice again. Now then, as I was saying, we have the fortune that nothing happened upon happened upon the surveillance tap that we did. The people on the other end were planning a very bad thing, to be sure. Very bad thing. Badness. Fair enough. Quite bad, yes. Monica Schaaf was an important member of this community, more so than we were aware. This Kais was under under her protection. You know how it is in the Flux, Elfdom. The governance of a place that is tenuous at best. You never know who's going to be in charge from one day to the next. Whoops, I accidentally clicked through too. But Monica is a stabilizing force. We know not just because she was dangerous. She was smart, funny, and wise, and she always had a way with people. They wanted to support her to her fellow because they loved her. Follow her. When she was killed, it left an opening for others. It would have meant bloodshed and pain if this council had allowed it to continue with their plan, but they did not. We saw it, and you and I. Are they dead? We did our tag. Because now we'll maintain its stability a while longer, thanks to us, friend. Now what can I do for you, Afton? Would you like some coffee? Just kind of time I'll be going now. Now, I've got like 55 minutes left for a stream, and I doubt that's any time to actually do a full-on run. Because I know there's like a side quest involving ghouls, which I'm pretty sure is like I know it involves this guy, but I don't know when you get it. So I'm gonna just quickly wait. What? Is this where I was meant to get like cool shop stuff? Oh, no, that's my normal. That's for base. That's for base. I'm an idiot. Let's go. Let's just go here quickly. Then we'll catch Autopan. We'll start the meta-human one. I think. We got enough. I think, what would we take on it? I should go. Grab all the medical supplies I wanted to. Let's just run all the way across here and get down here. It's Dietrich. A lone figure stands on you band. Dietrich. He raises the bottle as you approach and tosses it your way. Afraid I run into here, boss. Wanted to be sure I could catch you before you headed off. Oh yeah, he is an elf. Here's my ears. Takes a deep breath and slowly releases it. Looks in your eyes. Dust. We need to have a talk about the humans gig. Go ahead, Dietrich. I'm listening. Well, I've got a history of the humans. Formed back in '93 during the night of rage. Hell of a thing that was. I remember the terror, the senseless violence, and the murdered children. I remember this little dwarf boy. They stuffed his body in the gutter dust. I could still see his face, all bruised and broken. To this day, it makes my blood boil. Anyway, long story short, we beat him. Berlin's punks and anarchists all came together, and we stomped the living druck out of those racist pigs. A lot of good people died that night, but we put down a lot of bad ones too. Let me guess, you wanna come on this humans gig so you can finish the job? That's part of it, sure, but that's not the whole story. I just don't want to come. I don't just want to come on this run. I have to come. It's my nephew, Alexander. He signed up with the humans, driven to it by his worthless sack of a dad, no doubt. I take it his father, your brothers are humans too? Nah, that took a level of conviction, a quality that he thoroughly lacks. My best guess is he treated humans as a boarding school. They fed and housed their recruits, and that's money that he'd rather go spend on himself. So he dumped the boy off on them. Never mind the fact that they're fascist swine. Dietrich looks at you and lie. I've got to get Alexander out of that dust before it's too late. Those monsters are expecting to warping young minds. It's how their disgusting ideology propagates. So I'm asking you, as a personal favor, to let me come on this run. I have to get into the compound. To Dust. I have to find Alexander. I have to turn him around before those animals make him do something unforgivable. Of course, Dietrich. I want you to keep it from something like that. Thanks, boss. Never died you bring me, of course. You're too good of a man for that. But it's glad to hear all the same. Alright, we're going out for this one. I don't know if we'll complete this run. Because I've already got like half an hour left and runs tend to go for so long. And I do want to like quickly search to see if I can get the kid out safely and like not mess up, but we'll try if we do run into that. Team travel to Hugh. Yeah, we're gonna do the infiltration one. Hiring runners. We're not doing that. We're gonna get Blitz because we need a Decker. We're gonna get Daedric because because Daedric's good and he is a mage. We're also gonna get Eager because they are a very good fighter and also a troll. So you know, I want to bring the other metahuman along. I don't need that. Confirm. I wish I could mess around in my inventory. No, damn it. Do we need to go all the way back to the base to mess with our inventory? I mean, it's fine. Oh god. Ooh. Whoops. I accidentally minimized the game. That's a mistake. And we'll go back, just put health kits in our inventory along with revives, and then we'll get going. Here. Yes, we do not need this. I mean, this might have appeared anyway. Wait, why is this still glowing? Withheld. We'd like to arrange a meeting between... Ah, wait a minute. We'd like to arrange a meeting... Yep. Playing with Medwagon of a team, extraction team now. Yes, I am. Because we're not playing Glorious, so I need to... Glorious, I'm going to have to take over. We'd like to arrange a meeting between you and one of our stations. You'll find him in the cafe nearby. His name is Lurg De. He'll be expecting you. Come along. Come alone. Alright, walk away. I guess that's for... Wait, why is it still glowing? I don't think there's anything. Yeah, no. Yeah, actually, that's maybe go to there. Can you have a data post? I'll check. My brain is like thinking because I know I've seen this mission before. I've seen what this mission in the cafe is, and I'm pretty sure my character wouldn't side with them. Oh, cool. We'll read those threads. Hang on. Payment for data. No, okay. Let's just read the threads actually. Killer in Seattle. Anyone else read about this? My own character would not know. That's a good point. I do like thinking about what my character will do in the future. It's a game, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. He does need to get that. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see how it goes and see what voice options I pick for it. Anyone else reading about this? C's got a Lone Star contract and they can't catch a guy. This Emerald City Ripper beat on the spree so far? No one has a clue. Pathetic. If something like that happened on my block, some vigilante would have tracked him down and stopped him. Shows how good state payroll cops are. Maelstrom. Who says it's a he? They don't have any leads. Toasters. Ha! I'll be in Sal next week. The FWD. Any info you find about this Ripper, I'll see about taking him out for a date with Weather M25. I'm sure Lone Star will have a foul road waiting for him to blast this goon. I wonder what that's about. Can't be anything. God, Shadowrun. Is there any elf clubs or bars in the downtown area? I really want to meet one. They're just so beautiful. Maybe we can go dancing. Do elves like dancing? My guy. My guy. There's one in, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Bring a Banquet of Roses. Elves love a romantic. The elf club I know are members only due to creepy groupies like you. Not really appealing when a guy is only after them because of the shape of their ears. The elf poser. Sorry, I don't know why I found that so funny. Who is Blutz? I think that's a name. I think that's a name. I'm still his name was Tusk. Oh, So he's probably an orc. Yeah, now that you say that, yeah, probably an orc looking for elves. God, you know how us stories all the time. God, I think that's a name. I'm still recovering from the logs. The hot dog had trashed my LAN shared hosting server. Sounds like some kid pissed off the cartoon getting cancelled. Left a bunch of garbage files over my disk. I'll be cleaning them all day. They should make you pass a dumbass test before allowing you to deck in this town. Step up your security. Write some wise ice programs if you can. At least make the kid's hair stand on end a few hours after you tries it. Just make sure that your ice is quick. Heavy hitting ice is no good if it can't catch up with an intruder. A fact that they will take advantage on a regular basis. Huh, maybe it's almost like a 3D representation of the computer isn't the greatest decision for security, but whatever. I love Cyberpunk, but I do find the whole 3D representation of a computer is funny as hell. Anyway, anyone running CW? Like clockwork? If you two are finished, I did have ice on the thing. To track the hole down, grocery store across the street, was piggybanking on my line and left an unsecured jackpot in the bathroom stall. Odd as hell mated in his jacket and a fuse box. My security ignored it. Mystery solved. Shadowlands isn't personal tech support board as Lou means. Glad you fixed your own problem. Only way you're gonna learn. Okay, guy, it's a forum. People are posting about where to meet elves. It's not exactly. Okay, Bendo is a fraud. Anyone who broke I broke my first rule. Always get full payment up front. Left me haggling with 50% of the cash after I completed the job. I'm sure he'll change his name by the time this post goes up. Male elf, brown hair, gold eyes, looks to be in his mid-30s. Be careful to anyone who works out there. Okay, so we need to look around for an elf with golden eyes and mid-30s. Yeah, God. Oh God, what are the Shadowrun? Just a mess. And you know, like, there's probably a few like fixers and Johnsons on it. And what do you do once like you're slagged off on like this? Like if everyone's telling you like, oh, don't get Josh from this guy. Never thought I'd see you admit to your mistakes on here. Thanks for the heads up. I'll keep my eyes open. Will FWD any information come across? You're still looking for contacts on this guy? Refo shoot. Send you the surveillance footage. Is this the man? Oh, that's Blitz. Damn, Blitz is on it. Sure is. Nice one. I'll split the take with the one of you leading pans out here. Good to find there's still someone honor among runners. Oh, that was fun. I think the thing will still appear gold because we still have jobs active, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Oh, that's so funny to me. I don't have any data to post. I don't think I do. Let me just check again. Then we'll head out to the cafe. Access Shadowlands B. Post. Yeah, no, I don't have any data. definitely is something. Yeah, I read all through those. Yeah, no, I think it's just because jobs. You know, some clear jobs. Go back. Don't have any. Messages. Cool. Yeah. I don't have it. I don't think I got it. I don't think 3 was enough for anything for us currently. We might need to get Dodge actually. Dodge might help us because of tax. Drug formula. I don't think we got that. Actually, no, we might have. But we can't post that. It's weird. Maybe we'll find something for that later. Maybe another dealer. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because I remember that did come up. Yeah, I'm assuming for another dealer. So yeah. Let's go talk to this guy. Damn, for a dwarf, we can run fast. So he's not an elf with golden eyes and dark hair. Good. Lucada, so you're Duster, the late Monica Soha's replacement. He looks you up and down. Good, you look the part. Do I really? Let's get right to business. My organization would like to retain your services for an indefinite future, but first we're asking you on a trial run, an audition of sorts, to prove that you're the right man for the job. Assuming that you complete the trial... Yeah, no, yeah, you're correct there. Yeah, he is, isn't he? He has golden eyes. Or like, his assistant also has golden eyes. Assuming that you complete the trial to our satisfaction, I will offer you a very simple task. All of you should be achievable in a couple of everyday business. You don't need to go out your way and expose yourself to much unnecessary risk. For each task you complete, you'll be rewarded handsomely, and there will be bonuses if you finish them all. Have I piqued your interest? Who do you work for, and how did you know they are there? Who do you work for, and how do you know where to find me? My organization knows everything. Knows everything worth knowing in Germany, including this small part of Berlin. Yeah, he is. He's a talentmonger in returns as well. Yeah, he's like, I think he's one of those ancient elves as well. He's weird. Does this audition pay? I can offer you 15,000 new yen, but only if you complete the full audition. The post-run of the interview to our satisfaction. If you fail to perform our expectation, you will receive no pay and no future work. That isn't much. It's an audition. The purpose of the trial is for you to prove that you're worth to us, not the other way around. Of course, you're free to decline if you wish, but you know that the hundreds of runners in Berlin who would kill for an opportunity to work for us. We came to you because you think a glimmer of potential. If you provided us wrong, we will happily take our offer elsewhere. We'll go along with it. He's being mysterious, but sure, being mysterious is a Johnson's job after all, so... Sure, I'm in. Good. He smiles. Very good. Now, on to the task. This man named Arshir is a senior management at Hermes Econ, and a respected figure in the community. He's my organization is successful of working with pro-corporate extremists. There are people actively working to undermine the Fluxate and pave the way for corporate control of Berlin. My organization has no desire to see Berlin fall into corporations more than you do. However, we are hesitant to act on our suspicions without proof. This is where you come in. Keep talking. We will meet a team. You'll meet with a team I've arranged, and you will use their assistance you'll plan a surveillance device in his apartment. Take the U-Bahn from Frankenthal and go alone. The rest of your team will meet you there. Hold on a second, I already have a team. Yes, You do, yes, but that's unsuitable for this job. Remember, this is a test of your abilities, not Iger's, Glory's, or Dietrich's. How do you know their names? Same way I know yours. You will complete their trial with the team and I'll have assembled, or you're not. It's important for us to know that you're willing to do jobs within these limitations. So will you work within the boundaries that I have described, or will you turn down the opportunity to... I'll work with your team. Very good. The moment that you're aboard the Frankenstein tour, the test will begin. I would advise you to bring what you need in terms of medical supplies and ordnance. Once you embark on the trial run, there'll be no turning back. After you plan a device and verified for work, they come back to me. There'll be a brief interview, a post-mortem of the run, and if you like, and assuming that I'm satisfied with what I hear, I'll pay you stipend, and you will discuss further opportunities. Best of luck, Dust. We'll be watching. That isn't the sketchiest job that you ever get. Well, it's sketchy. In Shadowrun, it's probably sketchier, but like... Alright, so let's go. Let's go and view, man. Let's do this one first. Let's do this team first. Then we'll do a humans after it. I don't know how long this will go. Trial run. As the U-Man hums towards Frankfurt tour, you tug idly at the fabric of your maintenance uniform that you found in a duff bag under your seat as you boarded it. With no from Durpa on your arrival. The moment you step off this train, your trial run begins. You're on a V team. Reconnect in the building and plant the specific device in Rash's suit. Beyond that, your approach will left up to you. Do not disappoint us. You are being watched. Game? Cool. As you emerge from the dingy confine of U-Bahn, a terminal, and step into the light of day, you'll find yourself confronted with a muscle in Knight Errant's uniform. It's just really cool. I love the Knight Errant's aesthetic. You're with maintenance? Isn't a question. He states it up first, waiting for your response. Yes, sir. You've seen any other maintenance guys around here? Yeah, they've been tickling out over the last 15 minutes or so. I've already checked security cards and entry crew. Everything checked out, so you're gonna head on in the building and do into the building whenever you want. I don't know. Thanks for your time. He nods at you. Have a good one. Cool obelisks. A young dwarf looks up at you, wide-eyed, apprehension. From the way she's fidgeting, you can tell she's terrified. She bites her lower lip, eyes dying from side to side. Finally, she takes a step towards you. Hello, are you Mr. Dust? I take it you're on my maintenance crew? Yes, I'm Jan. She tries to smile, but it fades away almost immediately. You sound nervous. Are you sure you're up to this? I'll be okay, but I have some bad news for you. Our teammates sort of jumped the gun a little. They're already inside. Great, that's just great. The dwarf wrings her hands. I'm sorry, I told them to wait, but they didn't listen. They just muscled on past me. Waltzed right in through the front door. Alright, calm down, I see you. Alright, calm down. I see that you have a toolbox. Are you a rigger or something? She swallows. Well, no. I'm not like you. Not like the others. You should probably know that. Then, what are you like? A normal person with a boyfriend, a cat, and a shitty apartment. Technically, Shadowruns have those things as well. I'm not a career criminal, is what you're saying. I'm just an electrician. It's alright, don't worry, I'll look after you. The fear drains from her face. She looks exhausted. Thank you. I really, really meant that. We will. I'm gonna try and protect. This is like... I feel like any Shadowrunner with any moral fiber being told... Like, no, just any, like, being told that you're put on a team with someone who's never done this before. It's like, okay, we have to, like, watch out for this guy, person. I'll try to take care of myself as I can. I don't want to be a burden. I brought my taser and I have a little holdout pistol for self-defense. But I've never fired a live thing before, let alone a person. I'm hoping that I won't have to. I understand. Now, you said our teammates went ahead inside. Are you sure about that? Yeah, I watched them storm through the front door of the building when they were going to hit the 10-minute mark ago. Yeah, son of a bitch. Probably just like... Son... a lot can happen. Probably their internal monologue. Probably what they're going to say out loud. A lot can happen in 10 minutes. They'll still be in the first floor. Nobody getting upstairs until I bypass the security on the elevator. That's why I decided to wait for you. I figured that they couldn't go too far ahead without us if I didn't go inside with them. Good thinking. Thanks. I just hoped that they don't screw things up in there. And that I just get this thing over and get back home. Speaking of which, let's get moving. Yeah, okay, let's do this. I'm assuming this company is Elven based, and I don't like the fact there's like a mid-level corporate compound with living spaces on the upper levels. I'm assuming it's Elven based just due to the architecture, and also little spirit sparkles there. We're probably gonna have to fight our way out. Hello, Knight Errant, how are you? This is not worrying at all. As you step through the door, you find yourself confronted by a pair of men wearing the same uniforms as you. Judging by expressions, there's no love lost between them. Hearing the door swing open, they turn to face you. The shore of the two, a human with arcane symbols tastefully abosed on his belt, glares at you. You're here, finally. You got a little mouse of electrician with you. Better late than never. Not much better. You're tardy enough as it is. He jerks his thumb to the elf standing between him. I'll leave it to you to keep up with the pack mule in line. I usually got... true. Have some cash could be useful. Yeah, no, that's very true. We're gonna see how this goes. The elf lips curls into a snarl. Hanging up from his back, a bouldering pack is incredibly heavy. His broad shoulders slag under the weight of his whatever's inside. We don't have a mage, which is a big thing, which can heal. He's dumb as a post, but he can lift things. Might not be bad in a fight either. At the very least, he can soak a few bullets for the rest of us. Staring daggers at the mage, he spits out a long string of foreign words in certain breath. It sounds lovely, but the expression leaves little to doubt that the messages behind the words is ugly one. I wonder if you're playing an elf, you can understand him. Oh, and I hope you can speak a spiffriel. He shakes his head in disgust. Damn useless immigrants. I just gotta say, do yourself a favor and keep your opinions to yourself. The corner of his mouth turns into an ugly smirk. You may be the leader of this team, but I'll speak my mind whenever I please. Get used to it. Oh, and by the way, you could think you got any later, pal? I've got an important meeting to do, and if I'm late, the shit is gonna hit the... This isn't getting us anywhere. To your meeting anywhere faster. He flashes a hateful glance at the dwarf and turns his attention back onto you. No, it isn't. So let's get to the penthouse and plant the cameras. I'll mask them against detection, and when we can go, we'll go our separate ways. Ralph mutters something under his breath and hitches out the bulky pack a little higher. His muscles bulge under the strain of it. The pack looks heavy. I can help you with some if you want. Ralph blinks uncomprehensively and takes a half step back. I told you, you can't understand a word he's saying. Nothing comes out of his mouth that isn't pig and drivel, the elves call a language. A turn Tijal dialect, if I'm not mistaken. I wish you'd do us all a favour and go back. Address elf. Can you understand me at all? God, I hate this guy. They do a good job with it. The muscles turns of Elven pour out of his mouth again, but you can't make out a word. His dialect is quite foreign. It's unlike the form of Sparrowfrill spoken by the elves of Turnanog. Vel falls silent. He looks at you frustrated, as frustrated as mages. Alright, it's kind. We are speaking German. Just relax and concentrate on the job. Your words seem to don't have much impact. Valve scowls deepens. Now that we're all together, let's discuss our approach. Anyone knows where we're supposed to be getting to the Astral Penthouse? I do. If you can go to the building aspect panel on the same circuit as the penthouse, I should be able to get into the security maintenance mode. The job will take a crate of rewriting and, well, that and whatever the pack in the elf is carrying. Our employer gave us the schematics. And do you know where we'll find the access panel, Mouse? Quit calling me that. She looks up. She takes a moment to calm herself. Yes, I do. There's an access panel in one of the mid-range apartments on the same floor. My contact gave me a key code that should get us in. You've said should twice. That makes me feel uneasy. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. It's a plan that we were given and we're stuck with. Unless you can do better idea, we just have to follow our instructions and hope for the best. She turns to face you. Get me to the building access terminal on this floor, and I can rewrite the elevator. That's the first thing we need. Once we get upstairs, we can use the code I was given, rewrite Ash's security system, and we can hide the cameras in his apartment. Her brow furrows. Well, that's a theory anyway. Alright, then let's go. Alright, so we gotta get Jan to the utility room. Objective 1, get the in-house to the utility room. Disable the penthouse security. Okay, we can't go through this door. Can't go in here though. Inspect. Jane studies the junction box for a moment and turns. The guard is in a hallway. Well, he's standing next to the giant box like that one. Looks like they're both on the same circuitry too. So I could use this one to overload the other one the guard is standing by. She looks at the junction box and nods. Yeah, it could be a nice power spark from that one to here. You know if you want me to? What would it do? That'd do. Make a loud bang, the arc of voltage that hits the hallway and knock out a gang of trolls. Oh, alright, fry him. I don't know exactly what this is doing, but we'll do it. Well, that worked. Cool. She killed him. Yeah, she went pretty nonchalant from like, oh, I'd never fired a gun to frying a man. Like, in my head I was like, that surely that would just knock him out. No, just straight up electrocute him to death. Which again, from a normal Shadowrunner, I'd be like, a Shadowrunner killing a guard? Sure, that's... Okay, we're not going in there. We don't want to blow our cover, we just got into the room that we needed. Actually, let's just inspect that. Okay, cool. We're gonna go in here and then inspect that. She went from like... wordless Jane pops up an access panel and terminal begins to outside. A few minutes later, she replaces the panel cover and stands. Alright, that should do it. I've bypassed the security on the elevator. We're going upstairs. That was quick. I know my way around the security system. My father used to own a rental properties all over Merchant, and I help maintain them. She smiles shyly. I've been rewriting buildings ever since I was a little girl. Touching. I don't know what it has to do with this, getting me to my meeting, but please, let's by all means keep waltzing down memory lane. Oh wait. Are you ever not a dick? Just go with that one. If you make me miss my meeting, you'll see exactly how much of a dick I can be. You're supposed to be our leader, so I'll pull your head out So pull your head out of your ass and lead us. Preferably upstairs direction, and that will get done. And we can get this done before the security checks us out. You know, honestly, I didn't expect a little rewiring civilian to suggest murdering a guy. To be fair, it did give us plenty of opportunities to say no to it, but I was like, sure, this sounds like a good idea. Banquet of food codes to sign out with, we'll take some food. We glance at self-service free race selection codes and you find various sandwiches wrapped in sealed plastics. You can eat for a week for the price of one of these things. Step away. Damn. Elf food. Alright, panel. You're gonna need to get me to this floor's access panel in room 303. There's a door combination of 1491. 14291. Make sure that's right down. Yeah, I got it. Okay, once we're in there, I can thank you. Thank you for that. Once I'm in there, I can put the penthouse door in maintenance mode and set the key combination to 1111. So we shouldn't have any trouble getting into plant cameras. We've been making halfway decent time. Not good, not terrible, but I can't afford any delays. He cracks his knuckles. I hope no one else is getting in the way, for their own sake. You aren't hurting anyone unless I give you the order to. Got it? The mage curls his lips and sneers. Yeah, I heard you. If I were under instructions to follow your lead, this would be a very different conversation. Dear God, you just don't go into a Shadowrun, especially like this, and just murder someone. I'm ignoring the murder I've already committed because, like, that should have set up alarms. I'm just gonna say you got knocked out because that... What? Well then, there you are. Shut... The biggest weakness of, Knights Errant's electricity. It's not like they're wearing full suits of metal armor. Sorry. Well, you are. So shut up and deal with it. She shakes her head in disgust. God, I wish I didn't know. I wish I didn't need you to finish the job. He curled his lips into a sneer. Sadly for all of us, you do. Oh, by the way, we're gonna have words when this run is over, Mouse. A steam close to stable Stellas pulls out Vel's mouse. He stoops low under the weight of his pack, but his hands are clenched in fist. He rolls his eyes and points out a bony finger at Elf. Look, it's trying to speak. I want to get this over with, Dust. I want to get away from these people and go home. And we can do that. That's the plan. Let's make sure everything's discolored a bit. Oh, there's more access. Okay, so which is the door we need? I assume if I had decking, I could get this one open. Yeah, it's cyber deck and deck. Turning blindly to a panel line on a high grade series film. Use keypad. It is. Thank you for putting in chat. 14291. Wait, what? Am I leave? Okay. Oh, I put in the wrong one. Whoops. That's my fault. That's my fault. I'm messing up. Put in the wrong code. The wrong door. I'll use keypad. 14291. Welcome home. Cool. Very nice. Very nice house. How long do I have? I have like 5 minutes left on the stream, so hopefully we'll save after this. Moving the painting side, your large access maintenance panel. Jane steps forward, a slight frown on her face. I guess this means she pulls a molly tool off from her belt and uses it to loosen the bolts on the panel. Pulling the schematic of the PDA, she examines the external wiring. Hurry up, woman, the clock is ticking. Don't rush me, this is complicated. Popping in the lid on the toolbar, she grabs a pair of wire clippers and soldering irons and rolls electric tape. With a look of grim determination on her face, she begins sniffing a massive harness of cables that runs across the unit. Alright, she taps Val from the knee. I'm gonna need that thing now. He nods, reaching back to the unsling pack. Placing on the floor, he opens it up and pulls a large blue canister, all its strength wrestled up from the ground into the space that's the access panel, and Jane has it cleared. There you go, you dumb ox. Do something useful for a change. Valve says nothing. Unburdened by the heavy pack, he stands up straight, and for the first time, you appreciate how much larger than he is than the corporate mage. He stares down at James, his hands balled in fist. James, for the last time, keep your damn mouth shut. I'll say whatever. All of you, shut up. You'll distract me. The mage falls silent, and James goes back to it. Jaina goes back to work for a few minutes for screwing and wiring and soldering canister into the harness. She expects her work and nods and turns to face you. She stands up and brushes hair out of her. Alright, job's done. All I need to do is clean up and we'll be out of here. Nice job, Jaina. Yeah, thanks. It wasn't very difficult. Just a matter of following employees' instructions. That's great, but time's ticking, so let's keep moving. He glances at jumbled wires and security through our access panel. To hell with cleaning up. We'll be gone before anyone notices anything. Just a second. What was the canister that you put in the terminal? She shrugs. Beats me. All I know, it could be full of pixie dust. Just as you said. Just said that I had to wire into all the junctions, so I'm not comfortable with how little we know about this run. The mage sneers. You haven't been doing this for long, have you? The lodge doesn't tell you. The lodge? Wait, what? Wait, what? Sorry, my brain instantly went to the Black Lodge, which is, I assume, very different. The lodge doesn't tell you things that you don't need to know. And you don't ask. Your job is to do what they tell you. Take the money and keep your mouth shut about it afterwards. It's very simple. The lodge. The mage realizes, you don't know who you're working for, do you? Yeah. I assume not the Black Lodge, because if I was working for the Black Lodge, that would be very, very different. No, it's the same. Okay, damn. Ooh. You don't even know what you're working for, do you? You're leading the team and you don't have a clue. That's fine, don't worry. The Jane cuts his eyes out. Both of you, shut up. Someone's coming. Alright, we're cutting this off. A tall, sprightly, tanned man in expensive suit and corner jogs comes bustling into the room. He stops short when he sees your team. His eyes flicker from you to the panel that Jane pried open the wall, and a smile falls from his face. What the hell? This is my apartment. I own it. What are you doing here? We're maintenance. Look at the uniforms. Well, I see that, but you can't just go in here without my consent. And you sure as hell don't tear out my walls without giving me advance notice. James shoots an irritation glance. This is a waste of time, and I'm running late. If you don't take care of this idiot, I will. Valve barks something at James. The sound is uncharacteristically ugly. All harsh consonants and syllables hiss. Keep your mouth shut, James. I'll talk this one with our friend over here. He bristles. Talk this one out? The hell with that. We have a job to do and he's in our way. Deal with him and do it fast so we can be back on track. The homeowner looks shocked, but he recovers quickly steps towards James and hands his balls and fist. Alright, buddy, you've asked for it. I don't know what your employee number is, but I want to know it now. I'm a member. Sorry, I just zoned out for a second. I'm a member of the homeowner society for this level. You know what that means? I have a lot of pull with the building management. He thrusts his outstretched finger at James. Your days wearing this uniform is numbered. I promise you that. Calm down, sir. There must be a problem with your dispatch. You should have received the work last week. I didn't receive a thing from dispatch. For anyone else, my wife and I are entertaining guests in an hour and a half, and our living room is ruined. I need to know that we're going to fix this, and that you'll clean the place up. And that, you know, you'll put a new coat of paint on the floors. I need to hell with that. I don't have time for this. His hands twist into claws. He raises them high as an instant later, they are a retching, unnatural purple glow. James, stand down. We do not need to kill this man. The glow intensifies into a circling torrent of light. The energy lances stab out of James Hook's fingers as if they were alive. The man in the doorway recoils in alarm as his palm slaps down on the plastic disc has been clipped into his belt. Too late, he recognizes the object, a panic button. The air fills with cacophonous of wails of scream. James is jerked back by his concentration broken. From down the hall, you distinctly hear the sounds of heavy footsteps approaching at a run. Meanwhile, the home peddler packs up, putting a wall between him and James. He moves slowly, too much slowly. Before we go, everyone, stand down. Your words met with an inclined streak in your peripheral vision as you catch a flurry of motion. Your elvish companion is moving, making a beeline towards James. Janet is hanging off him, trying to slow him down, but he barely seems to notice. With a kick, he sends her tumbling down to the ground and reaches for his weapon. Stop it, damn it! We need him alive to complete the run. With a kick, he sends her tumbling to the ground and turns back towards James. This is a big choice. Does my character care about completing the mission? Probably not at this point. This has gone very badly. This isn't his main team. And he might not get paid for this. James is a jerk. Has said that they're working for a mysterious organization called the Lodge, which my character doesn't really know about, but like, that's not great. And James is a jerk. So, missed out on 50,000 yen. Yeah, probably. Scrub the mission and attack James. I'm with you to hell with Lodge, and to hell with this run. But James, the half-mage turns to after you, his eyes wide with alarm. The ethereal glow of his hands flickers and sparks. James screams, but with the blood pouring in your eyes, you can't make out the words. James' doors open, and before he can speak. Okay, cool. We need to get out of here. Cool, I can just run around and, Wait, come on, let's activate that, and punch. I'll punch these. Yeah, you too. Thanks for the follow, Daygoffer. I'm probably gonna save. I'm actually probably gonna save it now because I do need to end the stream. Because I end the stream around this time. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Next time, we failed this run, but we will at least try and complete it to the best of our abilities. But thank you everyone for coming, and I'll see you guys next time on Sunday for Hell Signs. And until then, have a good day, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.